If you do wish to use it, you are more than welcome to do so.
Drugs are bad.
Yeah.
Or, wait, no. The other thing.
Winners do drugs. Winners do drugs in Shadowrun. So, everybody all lined up together. As, yes, you have seen within the posting of the job, as it's in there quite clearly, this AR advertisement keeps popping up. Even on the illegal side of the Matrix, including Jackpoint and other places you may cruise through, it keeps saying, Big Carl gets you what you need, whenever you need, whenever you need. All just in time for when you need it. Literally, personnel are needed. It just keeps on popping up all over the place. And it's rather convenient at that time that each of you receive a job offer. Or rather, well, I know my fluff crate. 3 of you receive job offers. Stating that, saying, sorry, saying your fixer saying that the big Carl that you've been seeing online the whole time. Yeah, they need a little bit of extra muscle, either for driving or riding shotgun. I'm not sure which. They're gonna pay well, but you show up, I think they can line you up with some good work and some good money. I would advise bringing plastic tarps though, and clothing that's set for water or other chemicals. With this kind of and organic substances, as he's saying in kind of this resigned voice, as he's saying that.
All right.
I'm going to assume that everybody here is going to be on board with this. I would think.
Yeah.
Just making sure we got carte blanche to roll hot. Is that what that was saying?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Considering this is going to be quite the time. Yeah.
All right. Well, one thing that Stamp is going to need to make a few purchase requests first here.
Sure.
First off, he's going to ask Fixer's like, yeah, I got no problem bringing waterproof stuff or whatever, but I need me a long coat to look badass. So he needs to roll for an Argenum coat.
All right. I'm fine with fluffing it that this was, Stamp hasn't ran for a few days, right?
He hasn't run for 2 weeks.
He's been playing nursemaid, from my understanding.
Right. That's what I hear. So.
This is ice cream and bail money. So, if you can roll, it's availability 10 legal. So if you want to roll 10.
I'm not worried about that. Are you getting anything on it that is going to be restricted?
Let me look at it. What I would get for it is... Where's the fireproof stuff? There it is. No. It's... I'm going to throw rating 6 fire resistance on it.
Okay, yep, that's perfectly legal. What else?
Christmas.
What's wrong?
Oh, I'm just looking at the character sheet for Jack and realizing that the Chummer file that I dug up for him is, like, anciently outdated.
We'll come back to that while I keep on working with Oz here.
Alright.
Second thing I need to get is a set of forearm guards, which are availability 6, legal.
Yep, again, fine with that. I'm not going to worry too much.
And the third thing I'm going to get is going to be a Ares Flash Shield, which is 12R.
Yeah, that's a different story then.
Getting a ballistic shield?
No, I'm getting a ballistic shield with a flash pack in it.
Just in case.
In case you need to put on a good show when you're delivering the beatdown.
If at any point I'm at the top of the building and I need to get to the bottom of it and there is rubble, I'm going to surf down that shield, and then kick it at somebody and set the flashback off. It's going to be awesome.
I was hoping for a steel chair wrestling reenactment.
We could do that too. So
it's going to be dead man. Come on.
Yeah, it's going to be 12 versus 12 on this one.
Sure.
Nope, no shield. Okay.
No Captain America time for you. or Legolas or whatever.
Probably for the best. This means that I can use my shotgun.
This is true. Well, you can always shoot the shotgun with one hand. It just takes a -2.
Right, but the cool shotgun is the one with the lever action, and I don't have that one yet.
All right, sure thing, Hail Caesar. So,
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I should probably do a quick roll for the shotgun too. Let's see here. Do do do. Okay. This is going to be availability 20 because I'm getting it with a smart gun system on it.
all right.
And a personalized grip, and the personalized grip doesn't add anything. So 20 versus 12.
Good. No shotgun for you.
No shotgun for me. Okay.
I think you should call your friend Top Shop.
I don't have Top Shot yet.
She should be pretty cheap for you, though.
Yeah. Alright, I apologize. I kind of took over, so I am done now.
All right. Wow, wait. Stam Street Cred's only 18? Jesus.
It should be 19 now.
Yeah. Well, with all the... Most of this GMP's been wear, I suppose. So,
Yep.
that makes sense. All right. We got an updated sheet for Jack anywhere at all? Holy, that's 145 karma is what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, but that sheet was like 2 months old. I'm seeing if I can find a.
You sure this is the one that's for the hub and not ShadowNet, because they don't cross-pollinate?
No, I know. I'm going back and I'm trying to find the one that was. Because I rebuilt Jack in Hero Lab, but then. Here, I think I found the newer version. He had 145, he had 100 and some karma. That was all me doing GM stuff and everything else, but I mean, I could have swore I had a newer version of him, but
Well,
I mean,
more of that. I mean, this one, I'm not sure if you got a ShadowNet contact on it, so that's where Damo is from.
no, you're not looking at the right sheet then.
Yeah, then I've been linked the wrong one then.
Yeah, because I had to go back and update him. Here he is. All right, so I've got one that was last saved in July 25th, which is correct. So this was after I built him in here. All right, so
There's the
yeah.
we'll get my boy a Wookiee tonight. Come on.
They bit my Wookiee.
Thank you. I was thinking it and I'm reaching for my boom mic on my headset. I'm like, somebody's got to say it.
I be smart kid. I be smart kid.
All right, here we go. Share Dropbox link. I know this is the right one because this one has Bruce Kincaid, Brutus, Etu Julianus, Roy Hinckley, and my normal person.
That sounds more like it.
All right. There is the correct sheet.
Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, Dropbox. Don't be a bitch.
Oh, it'll be a bitch, all right.
Yep, that looks right. Yep, that looks... Yep, CSS is on here too.
Yes.
Oh, you got an auto assault 16.
Yes, I do.
Oh, good.
I rolled for that on one of your runs.
Yeah, don't look at Stam too closely with that. You might walk away with it. Just saying.
Go ahead and tell me cold dead fingers, because I will totally take you up on that.
I'm just To be perfectly honest with you, I don't use it. So if it's legal to sell it to him, I will be more than happy to sell it to him.
Sadly, no.
Yeah.
Can I give it to him?
Can't do that either.
God damn it.
That's why you be sure to only buy the stuff that you think you're gonna need.
Yep.
The time when he needs it, he'll be like, "Damn, I'm glad that I have this."
Mm-hmm.
I know, right?
Only if he's got XX ammo in it.
Right. Flechette, get that negative 14 going on.
I know, right? That's why I've got.
Yeah. There's plenty of times when that doesn't work. Like when Koss tried to do it to that spirit, and I pretty much laughed in his face. So,
That's different though, because the spirit you need AP.
yeah, because he didn't get a single box of damage on him, not even one. It was, and he said, as he was doing it, he's like, I totally had the wrong ammunition as he was doing it. So he felt pretty bad about it, that he chose the wrong ammunition. Anyways, we're gonna do stuff now. So, all right, guys. So you've received that email. It's gonna try to do any other shopping real quick.
Yeah, give me just a second. I want to take I got to get back and familiar with Jack so that I can see what he's got and see if there's anything I need to buy on him.
All right, let's do a quick overview because I don't want to.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking at his firearms.
My ass is broke.
Actually, what I would like to do is I'd like to buy some XX for the Auto Assault 16.
All right, make some quick rolls.
All right. That is 12F, if I remember correctly.
14.
14F.
12 is APDS.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so 14. All right, fine. You roll your 14. I'm going to go down and grab Bruce Kincaid.
You'll get the +2 then.
Right.
Thing.
So total of 12d6. And I'll probably not get it anyway, but whatever. Chuck dice, noob.
Well,
Damn it! Can I buy hits? Can I pay more?
Well, for every die you want to try to, every die increases it by 25%. And if I remember correctly, you can get up to 400%.
Okay.
So I'm going to say right now, considering that you've done the roll so far, I'm going to say you can do up to 6 more if you really want to. That's going to be, and you're going to double and a half the cost of this.
Right. Hang on while I figure out what the cost is per round for XX.
Per 10, but yeah.
Well, I know. I'm 120 Nuyen per 10, and I'd have to buy. It holds. No, it's not worth it.
All right.
Because it'd be 32 times 5.
All right. Well, with that done, then let's go on. So
12. Yeah.
we're gonna keep moving. So.
Okay.
All right, team. Anybody else? Nothing? No? Okay. Here we go. All right, so everybody's been given the offer the job. I'm assuming people are gonna take it on, at least to go to the meet and stuff like that.
Yeah, where is the meet?
The meet is in Puyallup, right on the border. Down about, I gotta scroll my screen. There we go. It's down right about here in Puyallup.
Okay.
So, everybody got a vehicle or a ride they can sneak on?
I will take the GMC Endurance just because I'm a pimp like that.
Hex, what do you got?
I've got an awesome Jackrabbit.
Awesome. Stamp.
Stamp has got his Harley, and I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to dodge all of those checkpoints since you want us loaded for bear, going from the north side of town to the south side of town.
Yeah. You got a tag along though, don't you?
That has a growler.
Okay.
Apparently, she thinks.
I don't know. Look at that sheet here.
It's on there.
Yeah, there it is. No, I see a Dodge Scoot.
Keep looking. It should be
Oh,
on
there's
there.
the color. Okay.
Yeah, the Scoot is there because I needed to get all of her guns onto a different tab.
Seriously? Totally not a Scoot. Oh yeah, there it is. It wouldn't fit on there. Oh my god. I'm gonna smack you later.
Sure.
Jesus. Right. Out of my system. So, yeah. So Stamp is gonna have to go. That's a bit of a ride there for Stamp, but for what it's worth, he doesn't have to go through Bellevue. He just has to go through Renton and Auburn.
Right.
And so you pull up in front of a warehouse.
So
It's dark.
why doesn't Stamp and Plank just each give me an edge check? We'll just see if driving while orc is going to be a problem.
Oh dear God.
Uh-oh.
Edge
Yay.
and
There's my driving
oh,
while orc test.
you don't help shit. This is all them.
I'm coming from Auburn.
Yeah, but you're fine.
GMC Endurance.
Dude, you got a car. I don't. You know. This is the motorcycle with a man or woman on a motorcycle with a duffel bag that looks like it's filled with assault weapons. Because it is filled with assault weapons.
At least it's not an Ares Roadmaster with a couple of drones hauling around 20 F.
Yeah, with a
20 F
helicopter
gear on the top of it.
and a helicopter strapped to the roof.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, you make it through just fine. You're doing good. Sam's a lucky boy. The location you reach to looks like it's over in that corner of Puyallup where there's a little bit of bleed over from the warehouses that you get from Auburn. They kind of bleed into Tacoma a bit as well, right there. And it looks like it's a distribution center of some sort. We can pull up. It's still a bit of civilization within Puyallup. Again, Puyallup is a barrens mostly because of space and, Mount Rainier shit on it down in that southeast corner. So it's not unlike Redmond, which is, well, Escape from New York. Well, that's Escape from New York version of barrens. Right? That's what you're talking about there. Let's do this here to make things easy. So I don't know how much Hex has ran with the other guys here. I don't think Hex has been with the team before.
Nope.
So, Stamp and Plink, how are you guys showing up then? Describe yourselves.
All right. Well, Stamp rolls up on his Harley Scorpion, and because the Eve said show up loaded for bear, so he hops off of this thing and he's clad in a suit of full body armor with a long coat, badass long coat covering it, and he just shoulders this bag and it clatters like it is indeed full of guns. And it's got the full face helmet on, so you can't see him, but the armor itself is done up in black, red, and bone white for accents. Stamp has a similar looking bandana on once he takes the helmet off, and then on the back of that long coat is a insignia for Hellions MC Karma's a bitch.
All right. And Plink, considering you're rolling up with him.
Yep. So a smaller, significantly smaller, because I believe Stamp is not anything that could be resembling small. Stupid chat. Pulls up next to him. Does Stamp take off his helmet, or does he leave it on?
Stamp will take off his helmet.
All right. Also, very similarly dressed. When they remove their helmet, you can see that it is actually a human female. She has like chin length black hair that is kind of draped over the one side of her face. A similar bandana is around her head, and a large, those big square you wrecked your entire knee band-aids is over her left cheek. She has a smaller but still apparently full of guns bag that she is carrying and looks up to the orc like with a questioning look.
He's gonna nod. It's like, yep, probably gonna need it.
Right. Jack, how about you?
So just because I'm horribly confused at this point, we are doing we're just doing we're right now just doing the Johnson meet, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay, good. All right, so he's gonna roll up and he's wearing jeans and a t-shirt with a button-down shirt unbuttoned over him, and occasionally, if the wind blows just right, you can see he's got the Colt 2066 in a shoulder holster.
All right.
And he's an orc, big, kind of bronze skin, blonde hair, beard, looks like he works for a living.
Much like, two orcs and the badass.
I'm sorry, did you say he
Go ahead.
Did he say he looks like he works for a living, or works like he orcs for a living?
He works. He runs.
Because orking for a living is great.
No, he runs. He has a day job, even though we can't actually have them on the hub. He runs Auburn Machine and Tool, so. So he's a gunsmith.
All right. And finally, Hex, how you showing up?
Hex will roll out of his beat up old jackrabbit. He's a tall, lanky, white kid. Medium length hair sticking out of a baseball hat, wearing a big AR glasses. Does not look at all loaded for bear, so you probably look at each other like, who the hell is this guy?
It's okay. Stamp and Plink are loaded up for 2 bears each.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Jack is just rolling in because he was smart. He left all his shit in the truck.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes. So, all right. Well, otherwise, sorry. Anything else special about Hex there? No.
Nothing particular. Very bland looking guy.
All right. We got that here. All right. So, as you pull up and you're in this kind of distribution center, you can see there's lots of large trucks and things moving around, Roadmasters, there are various other kind of moving trucks and things like that. Just lots of little things. A big troll starts lumbering over to you guys. Just a large, huge, like we're talking tall and wide and rotund. It comes over to you and just ambling right over. And my goddamn notes go. Just heading right over to the team and says, "All right, good evening. I'm Big Carl. Looks like you're the ones I called up here, huh?" Kind of looks you all over.
Stamp looked right back at him and was like, I guess so.
Yeah, I need some people to help me out. But who's that short one?
Stamp will look over at Plink and then he'll look at Hex.
Yeah.
It's like, don't know about that one, but this is Plink. She's with me. She's she's a fine, damn good shot. So you don't worry about her at all. You let me worry about that.
Alright. So, alright then. What I need here tonight is I got a special delivery that's going out. I don't know if you ordered here from Big Carl before, but I'll get you anything you need, anything you want, when you need it, before you know when you need it. Problem is, some people, they don't seem to understand the idea of the conveyance of property and money. And sometimes they like to try to take things. I need some people to ride shotgun and make sure that my automated vehicle gets to where it needs to go.
Where's it going?
It's got a number of stops tonight. It's a long run. I got lots of different things to be distributed. Some of it's pretty delicate, and I really don't want this stuff captured. Problem is, all my regulars, they're out doing their other jobs. Been pretty busy lately. So I'm an outsource.
You've been having problems on this route before?
There's always problems in the routes. This one goes through more of a dangerous kind of area of places.
What kind of dangerous places we talking about?
Oh, barrens.
That's it?
Yep.
Meh.
Ain't Glow City though, right?
No. Down here in Puyallup. You're at my Puyallup distribution center. So it's Redmond, we'd be up by Redmond.
So we're not going too far.
Well, you're gonna go on quite a ride tonight if you want to do this. I'll pay y'all well. I'll even throw in money for the little girl here. So, what I'm looking at right now, I'll pay for all of you 14,000 Nuyen. Go on this ride. You protect this stuff here. You gotta make sure though that my goods get there on time and undamaged. And I want my truck back, not operating condition.
$14,000 each. So, who's unloading or loading this truck?
Automated. I got that part down to science. I wouldn't need any of you guys to do this stuff if it wasn't for, barons and people who think they can make an easy buck off my stuff.
Now I have to remember which character I've got. Does he have negotiation? Oh, he doesn't have negotiation. Well, Plink and me are in for what you're offering. If, he says, and he holds up a finger, you stop calling her little. Because she might shoot you in the kneecap if you keep that up. And I'd like to get paid because Orc's got needs. We've got to put food on the table. And I'm just trying to keep the peace,
Kind of looks and nods. Alright, I accept that. I'm amenable to this. And if you say she's the nuts, then I trust you. Your reputation precedes you. What about you two? Looks over at Jack and X.
I look around, and assuming that we don't have anybody to roll negotiation, and since I only have 4 dice in it, and I couldn't beat his negotiation roll probably without burning edge, I'll shrug and say, "Sure, sounds like a pretty good deal."
Works for me. I'm in.
Alright, excellent. So, grab your gear, let's go. Come follow me. As he kind of swings a huge, meaty arm over and starts marching back over to where all the trucks are.
Jack is just going to hold up a finger and say, "Excuse me," while I go change into my traveling clothes.
Oh, don't take too long.
Nope.
Stamp will
I'll
follow.
just rush out to the truck, grab my go bag, rush into a bathroom, and come out in my sleeping tiger with all the accoutrement.
Alright.
You can just it's a big truck, right? You can just get changed at the truck. I mean, if you want to trust a truck stop bathroom,
Hey, you know what? I got guns, alright? I can shoot whatever's moving in there.
Well, Stamp will follow Johnson because he's already ready to go.
Alright, so once you get Jack back up in hand here, you start stomping on over. heading right on over to the, again, the broad expanse. There's lots of different trucks that are loaded up, and you can see drones are just zipping around, working on things. Oz, the player, knows much more about this area than I do.
Oh yes, I do.
Well, I have been a picker in my lifetime, and I've also been a packer in my lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
You, again, know much more about this than I do, so I'm not even going to begin.
That's all right. I can see it.
I know better. But I've picked. I know what it's like. It sucks. So at least that is business.
I've picked peaches and cherries. Does that count?
Warehouse picking's different.
Oh, okay.
So it also is incredibly boring. Ugh, Jesus, was that boring. Anyways, back to the game at hand. He walks you up to a large truck, and it's kind of got it's stylized in a way that you'd expect for it's like almost converted dump truck after fashion. You guys have been on the highway where you got the kind of worksite truck where the trailer itself, it's take like your usual kind of semi kind of style generally, a bit shorter with no top to it, and the back is almost open too, right? And there's a couple cross beams that kind of keep things together, so you have this big huge bin, basically. Okay. You can see in there that thing is loaded up as you're coming up. You're seeing things that are finishing being put in there with an open top as things are being slid in. You can see in there are barrels with just covered with all the chemical symbols you can think of. A lot of them being flammable, inflammable, radioactive, do not bounce. Various, just like every kind of little knick-knack that way. You can see another one rolling in. Looks like some kind of clear container filled with ping pong balls. There's another 3 crates come in filled with pigs and goats. Just the crap just keeps coming in. And yes, with the chemical analytical active skill, that's a lot of chemicals. There's lots of different chemicals in different crates that you're seeing coming in. A lot of these would go badly if there's too much jostling. Like either opens up, could start causing chemical reactions, burning through things. Other ones, if they get knocked around too much, they're probably under pressure and that could cause explosion. If all of them started to mix together, you could have an explosion that'd be incredibly toxic. So that's a real cocktail of just doom that they're putting on this truck right now. The vehicle itself seems to be pretty rugged. It's a standard design, like for using for drone delivery and things like that. It has very large knobby tires. You guys are all runners, so I'm not going to bother with a check on this one. You can see there are obvious pockmarks where it's taken gunfire before. You can see the occasional crease and gash where it's more than just bullets, where it's more physical action that's taken this thing on. There are ladders on either side of the trailer and the cab itself. I use the word cab loosely because it's a drone, right? There's a manual override that's kind of sitting out there, but it's not like your regular cab with the seats and a sleeper and stuff like that. That's not lined up on there. It's just enough there so that it looks mostly correct in a aesthetic sense, and to add to aerodynamic natures. That top trailer, though, there is a catwalk running along the rim of it, okay, with a bit of a short railing around it as well for stability's sake. And you can see just the stuff's getting in there. You can see the stuff that's going in there. Something still stick up a bit over the edge. There's actually a set of pinwheels kind of in the middle that are sitting there just ready to start spinning in the wind right in the middle of the whole set. So Big Carl turns and he says, "This is what I need you guys to carry out tonight. This is going to be run 247. Got a few different places. Like I said, you got some living cargo, got some chemical cargo. I really advise that you don't let that stuff break open and interact with the air or your skin or just about anything. You have live animals. Some other toys I don't like to think about that are in there too. And a few other more private, special delivery kind of things. But the sooner, like I said, you go in there, thing understands the route, it'll take care of it on its own. Your job is just to protect this thing. Now, sometimes there are problems though with these drones. Somebody causes an issue. There is a manual override. I'm gonna judge that you guys came in. At least one of you knows how to drive, right?
I do.
All right. If that goes wrong, then you can take an override. You can drive this thing. But that's what I need you to do there. I just want to make sure that you get the stuff I put on here and you make sure it gets dropped off to that location. Those locations that they're okay.
Alright.
And like I said, breakage happens, but I want you to avoid it as much as you can. Got it?
Yeah, got it. So, the trailer itself, does it have any cover on top, or is it just going to be...
Not really. Unless if you're willing to stay on top of the boxes, you can start using the trailer for cover.
Okay.
But I will note right now, as a general out of character moment, because this is a different kind of mechanic, there is relatively, thinking like a video game where you're driving the vehicle and there's a status bar on it.
Uh-huh.
You don't want that status bar to run out.
Right. Well, I'm just trying to figure out where Stamp can post up with his 950, because this may be the first and only time I use this rifle.
950? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Remington 950. Let me make sure I've got my correct loadout here.
Oh, so, at least you're not rocking the Gauss rifle.
Oh goodness, no. That requires heavy weapon skill. But I do have a Remington 950 with AV rounds.
No, somebody in another run wanted to take out a car like right to the engine block, and I think you just described how to do it.
Yep. It's not a EBR and it's not a 122, but I can do some damage with this.
Dude, no, I nearly killed Cinder with that. So.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it was shit. I nearly killed Jaws with that. The 950.
It's fun almost killing Jaws.
Yeah, Jaws also then went berserk. After that, it went. That's the next team drive had to burn her for her first edge. Was that run? It went south for after all that. Anyways, so Plink, what are you trying to do your perception?
I'm just kind of looking around and seeing how much room is there? How secure are these crates?
Why did they put radioactive materials next to live animals?
Well, it depends how well the radioactive material is shielded. It also depends just, how risky old Big Carl is to run his business.
The question is how profitable, not how risky.
That's probably a more accurate sixth world way of looking at things.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking like an executive. But yeah, no, there's you can see that everything's packed in at the moment pretty decently well. It's kind of hard for you to see what's down below, but from the top, everything's to be fitted in quite the Tetris fashion. There's bins and bins of odd just things in there. Like I said, there's a whole thing of ping pong balls, which seems a bit weird. There's a whole thing of scrap metal. There's another package, I'm not kidding you, with pinwheels sticking out the top. Just for some strange reason that is not apparent from when you look at it, they're out of the container sticking up in the air, so they're about 4 feet above the lip of the trailer. That's how high up they're going. Like I said, there's a bit of scrap metal. There's another bin. It looks like your classic cartoon, filled with either dynamite or Chinese fireworks. You're not sure which. Just no lid to it. Just all stuffed in there haphazard-like. So, with that in mind, then. He looks at each and says, "All right, makes sense. You guys ready?"
Stamps fat fingering his comm link and looking at the truck to see if he's got any hidden comm links that might be transmitting in this cargo.
Out of that, level 1 success.
Okay. Stamp will shrug and will say, "Yeah, pretty straightforward. We'll figure it out." And he's gonna set up shop near Plank and start changing the loadouts on his bag of guns.
All right.
How high up is the actual back of this thing?
Let's see. Your standard trailers, if my memory serves, is what? God, what is that? That's like it's more than 12 feet, isn't it?
Yes.
What do I need to roll to use a bug scanner?
It's the rating.
Okay, so I'll roll my 66 greater than 5 and I don't find jack shit. Apparently, I forgot to change my batteries on it.
Wah, wah.
We're fine. Don't worry about it.
So this drone truck is basically like a semi trailer, but
Yeah, it's a little shorter than a semi-trailer. A little shorter and a little not quite as tall.
okay.
You see them both in length and height.
Yeah. From what I recall, semi trailers run about 15 to 16 feet.
Yeah, so this is closer to 12.
Yeah. Okay. And are we still talking like 54-foot trailer, or is this something more like a 20-foot or a 40-foot container trailer?
We're talking more like 20, 25-footer.
Okay. So this is basically a bit bigger than a box fan. One of the big box fans. Okay.
Yeah.
And you said that the top of it was off, or?
There's basically no roof to it.
Okay. Just making sure that's what I...
Let's let you, more efficiently fill the material in there,
Right.
without regard to safety. But, safety isn't profitable.
All right.
More supplies is profitable. So, all right. You guys gonna load up and get on the way?
Yep.
Yeah, I will
keep
upend
going.
my bag and begin the montage of pistol equipping.
Yep. Stamp opens up his bag. He's only got 3 long arms in it, but the sporting rifle goes on the back, and one shotgun goes at the holster position on the side, and the other one's in his hand.
Right. Gonna have a montage. Right. Montage.
It's a montage.
Yeah.
Screw you, Kenny.
Oh god. All right. Team, you're off on your way. You're in the machine takes off and lumbers off into errands. Nice classic. Starts getting moving right away. There we go. Okay. Alright, team, you're on your way. Now, why does it never give me perception checks just to get the feel as you go? Oh.
And as they're underway, Stamp puts his full body armor helmet back on, and that also means he loses his vision enhancement because those are on glasses.
Yep.
Well, luckily I have contacts with visual enhancement on them, and they're in. So visual enhancement plus my normal perception check. Boom. There's my visual perception check.
All right. Hex, what happened there? What were you casting?
Just increased reflexes on myself.
Okay. How many hits did you get on the actual self?
I got 6, but I was just casting a force 2.
So
which I will sustain with my focus concentration.
Right, so +2, plus 1d6.
Yep.
Right. As the truck hauls off. All right. So you're moving right along. You can see once it starts getting the more of the Puyallup, it starts driving off, and just things start kind of falling away. Just in kind of, it's just open land starts coming up and things like that. And you can hear the farm animals on the inside. This occasional winking going on a little bit. That's starting to happen. As the vehicle moves and it moves. After about a good 15 minutes or so, you guys are watching around. Those that are hitting at least, well, hang on a second here. This. Okay. So the only ones that hit the six hits, you think you're looking around, you can catch just above you. Once you're about 5 minutes out of the distribution area, you can see sort of coming into the horizon across the way appears to be kind of low flying device of some sort. Just probably gonna, the gut reaction is that it looks, very drone like. The more of the eagle arm drone that just lazily flies through the air at the moment. That's you start seeing that kind of moving up off in distance right now. What you do with that, I leave to you. So, as you're driving, and after about half an hour of going, the truck stops and does kind of a sudden stop sort of thing, which, yeah, everyone give me a reaction plus intuition check. We'll just see if you don't accidentally clock your heads.
You say the drone was coming from the direction of the depot?
Nope.
Okay.
Jack, you too.
What do you need me to do? I'm sorry.
Reaction plus intuition.
Oh.
Make sure I'm head when the truck stops.
Gotcha. Hang on just a second. Okay.
Yep, just making sure. Yep. Nobody totally cracks their head on the side, but there's that little bit of the sudden whoa kind of shit that happens when the truck stops. Stops outside. It looks like some kind of worked over form of schoolhouse of some sort. And on the back, Plink, if I understand correctly, is in the back. You kind of feel a little shudder underneath your feet for a second as a drone starts to, a drone that seems to be kind of emplaced right next to the most furthest out crate starts to lift up and pull one of these boxes outward, and then wheels off a little ramp that rolls out and starts delivering the item.
Yep. I will leap off the top of the truck because
Yep.
I don't know how much stuff that's getting out of there.
All right. Fall in, so it goes wheeling up to the entrance, and it just kind of sits there and waits, idling for a bit until the door kind of crack opens a little bit. You can see just the hint of somebody, like just a little sliver of the face, and say, "Who are you?"
Delivering stuff for
Big Carl.
Big Carl, yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, Big Carl normally doesn't have people do this sort of thing like what you're doing.
Well, I'm just sitting here looking pretty while the truck does all the work, so are you gonna sign for this or not?
Oh, she's said this. Oh, I love it. The door opens a little bit more, and you can see this. You can think the most shut-in kind of older woman just kind of looking at you, that crazed look, and kind of almost that sneer, just trying to stay away from you. Goes over to the side of the crate, plugs in a data jack, or plugs in a cred stick into one of your supports, and the drone puts down the crates on the ground and just starts wheeling back up towards the truck again. And the overlay looks you look like I don't need nothing from you then. That holds the crate inside.
All right. Stamp will escort the drone back to the truck so they can get moving.
All right. I love that the kind of thing. All right.
That's how I imagine the full body armor works. Cause
Yeah.
Put it on. Must be another drill. Kind of thing. Yeah. All right. So once you guys are up and get back up in the truck and starts moving along again.
It's not backing up.
Oh.
It's going straight, baby. Big Carl doesn't back up. Big Carl goes forward. But Big Carl doesn't drive with a rear view mirror. Because what's behind him doesn't matter.
Only progress moving forward.
That's right. Yeah, all these twirling towards you. So off on the road he goes. And another 5-10 minutes go by as you're just kind of driving along. They starts getting a bit of the shake, a bit of the jimmy. Up and down, up and down, up and down. You start hearing a bit of the clatter of bottles as it's going along. The farm animals seem to be mostly okay. The pinwheels flapping in the wind quite nicely. Give me another perception check, people. Jack is on top of that perception shit today. X, how about you? Oh, you already did that. How about Stamp?
Stamp. I got 4. That was the first.
Oh, Blink is the one that fucked me up there. God damn, Blink. All right, so you can see as you guys are driving along, everybody except Hex. Sorry, Hex. Yeah, you should raise their perception.
Yeah, it's on the list.
Just saying. After a little bit, you can see whatever has been there's been a drone that's lazily moving along. You see it start to churn toward the truck and starts kind of turns in the sky towards you guys and just almost nose dives into the ground before leveling off. So it's very low to the ground at this point. This is like some really good ape of the earth kind of flying at the moment. Considering the size of the drone, you're talking about like 2 meters from the ground, maybe, kind of stuff, like just stupid low. Kind of, yeah, it's low enough that if it tries to turn too hard, the wingtip might touch.
Okay.
Yep. And it's hauling ass right toward you guys right now.
Oh, Stamp's been bored. He's gonna skeet now. What's the range on that thing?
So it starts getting in with about. Hang on here. Well, let me double check this here. I want to give you a range. Do you have the range table up? I should ask you that first.
Yeah, I've got range tables up.
Okay, good. So, are you going to take any shots at it before 300 meters?
If I'm going to take a shot at it from 300, I will with the Remington 950. I'll hit it at like 400 out because that's only medium.
Okay, so you're gonna pop it at about 400. All right.
Yeah, and with vision in hand, with the vision mag and the imaging scope, I'm probably not going to have any problems there.
Well, the vision mag, I'll drop down to just a -1 for range.
Okay.
Unless you put the improved rangefinder on it, then you don't need the vision mag.
This is a stock gun, more or less. I put a grip on it. That's about it.
Good for you. Stamp needs a Garand, though. I think he needs a Garand.
See, I wasn't going to go with the Garand. I was going to go with the lever action stuff, and then the whole talk about putting an AA-16 into his left arm happened, and we're just going to go ahead and go with that.
I thought that was awesome, honestly. So I think it's the best suggestion I've ever given you. If you can put that 24 round drum in there, then it's totally worth it. So
Yeah. He's just got
I
this
feel like that
massive
would
drum
have to-
sticking out of his arm.
Yeah. Choke, 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 as he starts shooting. Alright. So that drone's done getting shot at like it's skeet. Alright. Let's just make sure I got my pilot rating on up here right in front of me. There you are. Alright. Yeah, Hex has no clue.
Yep.
Hex will have an idea because I don't. The only thing silent on Stamp is his fist.
Yep. And a Remington 950 has a pretty loud report, so.
Yeah, it does. So everybody probably within a 2 or 3 square miles knows that I just took a shot.
Alright, so the rifle goes crack.
And with 5 net, that's going to be 17 at -5.
Okay, so it gets its.
And if it's a vehicle, it would be -9.
So it gets its body rating.
Yeah.
Let's see how this does.
Not well.
Yep. So you aim and you crack. You take the shot, and you hit it right square down the center line, and pretty much gut the internal electronics on it pretty quickly. And it pretty much disintegrates into the ground from your shot. Hex, you're jamming out until you hear basically a large elephant hunting rifle basically just kaboom go off.
Yep, I'll definitely jump out of my seat a little bit.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. We were being followed. I figure if I'm about to get in trouble, well, the kid shouldn't have been following us with his toy drone.
Pretty much. Alright. And you guys continue on further. Again, the truck is kind of doing the whole shaking. It doesn't even stop at all in what you're doing right now. It just doesn't even miss a beat. With what
How fast is it going?
It's going about 40 right now.
Miles an hour?
Yeah. It seems to be keeping an easy pace right now.
Are we in a way that we are going to run over said drone, or are we going to drive past it?
No, it came from the side, so it was,
Okay.
trying to hit from broadside. Is what it was trying to do. So.
Yep, not going to attempt to recover that.
Yep. And further along you go as you drive, and everything shakes and jostles and joingles and dangles. Eventually, the truck then stops at another location. Again, this seems to be like a small residential area. This time you guys are ready for it, considering that you feel the slight slowing down before it just jams in the brakes like a drone, like how the Google smart cars did before they told them to be more nice to people.
Stop brake checking, everybody.
Yep. After a little bit, the truck stops. Again, another drone starts to unpack and pull another crate out, making a little more room again down the inside.
Okay. Stamp will grab his shotgun and he'll escort it, since he's playing the Avon lady.
Oz calling. Stamp calling.
Yeah.
Okay. That was funny.
You can call me Carl's Jr. Sign here, please.
Fuck you, a meeting. That's good. It's going to be one day. It'll be fuck you, a meeting. It really will.
Yeah.
Alright, so it pulls up, and again, in the building, a couple men come out. They kind of slow down a bit, and they take a look at you. Which rifle are you holding right now?
He's got the Remington 950 on his back. He's got the AS7 at his hip, and he's holding the Mossberg AMCM-DT, because that's the one with flechette ammo on rock and roll.
Alright, so they kind of give him a bit of the look of like, what the fuck? But considering that there's other things on top of the truck, and you guys, I don't think you're stopping them at all.
No.
They just kind of walk over with this really hesitant look and slot the cred stick. The drone releases the package, starts to turn away, and they like, is everything okay? Is there
Yeah.
problem?
Ain't no troubles that we can't already take care of. You have a look around. Evening, I guess, and he'll walk off.
Okay, all right. So, you guys get back in. Back at the truck, by the way, Plink, because you're right by this. There is a terrible stench that starts coming from inside of the truck.
Inside the truck or inside of the cargo?
The cargo, sorry, the cargo. Just a horrendous smell. Just starts to pour out. Now I don't know how much you think it's probably organic. Probably not the chemicals. I don't think anyone here has animal handling though, do they?
No, but Stamp has a gas mask, and when you turn the wireless on the gas mask, it tells you what you aren't inhaling.
Yes, it does.
I do have an animal handling.
You do have. Why do I know this?
It's one of those forgotten skills.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be, why do I know this shit?
Because it smells like poop.
Yeah, it does. Anyone here know what happens when you've got a semi-trailer full of pigs? What happens when it stops moving?
Poop falls out.
Yeah, do you know why that happens?
Yeah, Big Ben, listen, you want to back off with them hogs about 5 miles or so? Yeah, that smell's starting to close up my sinuses. Mercy sakes alive, you better back off another 10.
Hogs don't like the shit while from what I've been told from truckers and other people, hogs don't like the shit while you drive. When the vehicle stops, often they all go. Which also reminds me, if you're in a convertible, don't stop next to a hog truck.
Don't follow one either.
Yeah.
You never follow a livestock truck ever.
Yeah, it will end badly. So so Plink, you're definitely getting that nice fruity, that nice pea hog aroma that you're like, oh, kind of thing that's going on right now.
Not Jack. Jack's got a gas mask in his ballistic mask.
Oh, good plan. So,
I have a gas mask in my helmet, but I will resist the urge to waste my 1 hour of free air for poop. I mean, I hang out with Stamp, and he stinks.
It's true.
So...
Well, he's middle lifestyle, so he stinks less now.
That's got to be a composure test, right?
You know what? Over time, there may be that. Over time, there just might be.
Lovely.
So, anyone here got a cyber nose? Just
nope.
Throw it down.
Nope.
You kind of wish you did right now, didn't you?
Yep.
Nope.
No.
No, because cyber nose you can turn it off. Like, I don't want to smell that. I don't smell that anymore. It's pretty badass like that. All right, off the team goes then again. So the truck kind of just starts doing its drive again.
I will attempt to get upwind from the stank.
Okay. And again, the truck is driving, and it's going, 40, 50, 60 miles an hour in a couple of good areas, depending on the conditions of the road. And anyone here, people who don't have any ranks in pilot groundcraft, if you have like none in it, like you're the defaulting people, which I think is only going to be Hex. This is so.
I think I have one.
What's that?
I have one.
Oh, then Plink is the only one that has no pilot groundcraft.
Oh, I have pilot groundcraft.
It is not on that sheet. Oh, there it is. It's hidden. Okay. So you guys are knowing that it's still driving within a responsible speed, but it is still a little unnerving considering that you're carrying what you've been pretty much warned is almost essentially nitro, amongst other things in the back. So, considering that, taps there's a lot of shit in the back. It is nasty. It is.
There's literally a lot of shit in the back.
It's piled everywhere. It is piled everywhere. So, here we go. All right, and you guys can move on. Give me another perception check for everybody, please. I swear, Jax is rigged. Jesus. All right. Wow, Hex. Awesome. Good work.
Yep, look at me.
This is good. So you can see the distance. Oddly enough, actually, this time it's the two people in the front. Jack and Hex. You start seeing as you're moving along. You think you see up ahead a little bit of a wisp of like thicker black smoke, a little bit. And as you get closer and closer, you're like, oh, yep, that's something burning right now. Probably with a lot of chemicals in it. And again, you're getting closer and closer to it there. And Plink and Stamp can see this as well as you're getting closer and closer. And you can see more like pretty obvious this big, huge, burning fire. Jack, Hex, though, you definitely see a few individuals sort of moving around this little area before kind of shooting off the sides to disappear as you get closer. As you guys, you can see it's much more clear. There's a big burning car just right in the middle of the street on your way. And for now, as you're still like, a few hundred meters away from it, the truck's just barreling its ass right toward it. So, anything you want to do about this as you're seeing this occurring here?
Override and take manual control.
I will brace myself.
Okay.
Buckle my seatbelt.
So you're going to try to take over manual control on the system. Okay. All right.
Yes.
You don't see any. You see the controls. You don't see an override switch.
Didn't he say that there was a way to override the thingy?
So there's backup. There's backup controls.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look for the backup controls.
Well, that's exactly the backup controls are there. The question is, what has priority, or rather, are the backup controls there for when the pilot fails?
I don't. God damn it.
Think of it that way. So if you get in there and you try to hit the brakes, nothing's happening. It keeps doing its thing. Now, granted, this is all going to happen in a matter of seconds because it is moving pretty fast. At 100 meters, it's going to go by.
Okay, well then I guess I'll just I'll buckle up and brace myself.
Okay. All right. So once it gets to be about 120 meters away, it starts to slow down. And considering you guys have all taken time to mention that you guys start bracing yourselves, you keep yourself in position as it starts to slow down to a crawl. And it starts to shift around like it's going to try to turn off. To try to get around this somehow. Everyone give me a visual perception on this as well. Or audio, whatever perception type you prefer.
It's not rigged.
So apparently someone's got dogs in the background too. Alright, so 3, 1, 3, and 4. Wow! Well, these guys are doing well. So I need everyone to give me a surprise check. No bonus dice, please.
A surprise check. Surprise check is what again?
It's reaction plus intuition. It's like initiative.
Okay.
Hey, look at that. I'm going to this. I'm not surprised.
Guys, you're breaking up really bad. I can't hear you. Hang on, it looks like my internet's back, so I'm gonna switch and I'll dial right back in.
Yep.
I am not surprised.
No, I think I might not be surprised either.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I'm surprised.
Yeah, Hex, if you're satisfied with that roll, you're surprised.
I will spend edge on it.
Reaction plus intuition, eh?
That's right.
God damn it! I'm gonna edge that.
It didn't. There it goes. No, 3 is all you need. Or X got it. Where is yours? I don't see yours.
Did it not go through?
What's the last roll you see other than yours?
I saw Hex roll 3 successes.
Okay, so yours hasn't shown up yet. So
Well, I just refreshed the page and I didn't have a roll apparently, so I'll roll it again.
all right.
Which is like one of those rare moments when it works in my favor, I think.
Give it a roll. See what you get.
Yes, it does work in my favor. Haha!
So all of you can roll initiative normally, which please do so at this time.
Oh, son of a bitch. Solon, you realize I came back just to run in your runs? You didn't have to screw me over that bad.
Well, what'd I do to you?
Nothing. I'm just being grumpy.
Well, you just got a 27 initiative, so we complain too much. You're doing pretty good so far. So, all right, and these poor bastards. All right. So this is so not going to work out for them. So you don't see them. So this ought to lead to interesting results. Jack, the truck is slowing down. You've got this sneaking feeling that you're about to get jumped.
That doesn't surprise me one bit, actually.
And you're seeing a couple, considering that you did succeed on the surprise check and just the nature of it works out, you can see there are some people that are starting to shift out of cover, do something.
Okay. Do I see by any chance what it is that they're attempting to do?
I don't know. Feels kind of ambushy to you.
Okay. Yay. Well, shit.
Better do something or you're going to get skipped.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna, bring my rifle up and take aim at anything I can see that is moving.
All right. Roll those dice to try to hit people. Commit murder. Woo! So.
Well, I said I was aiming at them. I didn't say I was shooting them.
Oh, okay. All right, you can totally have like a help action to shoot people.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim, but I'm gonna hold my action until I have unless
totally get ready to shoot a bitch. I'm totally cool with that. So, and if you guys see kind of the bottom of the chart real quick here, I'm just going to give you an idea of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So this direction is, you're going this direction. See what I'm doing, right? That's kind of the way that you're going. There's motion coming toward this way and motion coming forward this way. Make sense? So you're going with that? Like, it's a crossfire is what they're trying to create. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. So, Jack, you're taking aim at left or right? Which one do you like to do?
Probably left if he was in the driver's seat. Unless he's pointing the gun across Hex's lap.
No, I'd be aiming out of the driver's side.
Yeah. That's probably a good idea. All right. And Plink, what would you like to do?
I look to Stamp for direction.
I'll come back to you then. In fact, let me just do this. There we go. Okay. Because, let's be honest, that's what's happening probably. So,
yeah.
Stamp.
Stamp is going to tell Plank to cover the right. He's going left. And he's going to lay down... Oh, this is going to be a great sentence. He's laying down suppressive fire, wide choke, flechette ammo, full auto.
So just to give you the warning at the range you're shooting at right now, that's probably going to be about between 10 and 20 meters, considering. Because, the length of these, that's like 50 feet or so, give or take.
Okay, well,
I should rephrase. Are you going to move to the front of the truck and then fire?
Yeah, he will advance and then he will suppress.
Okay, so at that point you'll be under. You're going to be maybe just a little bit over 10, because these guys aren't so stupid that you hit with weapons when you're like 10 feet away.
Right.
So they know enough to do that, but you can cut it down to about 12 to 13 meters. So bear that in mind when you do your calculations.
Okay. Well, full auto.
You've always wanted to see those words, though, haven't you?
Yes.
Yay, Das Auto.
Alright, so we're going to roll those dice now. And I will keep all 6 of those as the Mossberg caps out at 7.
All right, as you're as you're shooting at them.
So the fun part about this is because it's flechette ammo on this choke, they're not going to be able to hit the deck because it's everywhere.
So they basically just take damage, or they have to make the roll, reaction plus edge.
Right, and let me see here. I distinctly remember seeing something to the effect of they were going to have to be at -10.
On that dodge roll.
Yes.
Well, considering he's throwing basically a hailstorm of itty bitty arrows out there,
Yep.
Yep. On the price side, they'll have +4 to soak.
Whee! Alright, that's stamp. Blink, what would you like to do as you see your apparent mentor suddenly try to turn people into Swiss cheese?
How many people do I see on the other side?
At least 2.
I shall leap from mine perch onto the ground to begin advancing upon them menacingly, as I double check what gun I have easily accessible. I guess we'll just go with the Ruger, because it's an old classic. Just give them a quick aim, fire.
Wash, rinse, repeat.
Alright.
Look at that pistol
Jesus!
cheese.
That's beyond cheese. That's bullshit. Is what that is. That's like bullshit cheese right there.
Well, they still did pretty good.
No kidding.
Let me double check. 9, 11.
It was an inside job, man. We don't talk about it.
Yeah, I think it's that. Alright, so. Oh, this guy can soak like a motherfucker. So, you take the shot and you get square in the shoulder with a sickening crunch that's shattering, ball and socket joint in the shoulder. An explosion of blood. No mechanical changes, just, bit of flavor.
Pretty.
Just make sure Flink understands the quite bloody and explosive results of her actions.
Yep.
Kaboom!
I learned it from watching Stamp.
Yes.
I learned it from watching you! Kind of, yeah.
Just as a quick thing, if that's over his physical limit, he has been knocked down.
For 6, the limit on him, no, it is not over his limits.
Okay.
They're not total pansies.
That's good.
Yeah, you like it that way, Nerd. Sorry.
Oh, I needed to roll this. I'm sorry. Hold on. Alright.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Land pirates. The land pirates are being one group is being completely showered in ammunition. So I should probably roll their stuff here, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Alright, so they get 0 dice.
Okay, that's gonna be 12p plus flechettes.
+2, +5.
+5.
No, it's
No.
+2 and then +2 to the damage, and then +5 to their armor.
Oh, no. So it's 5? Or that's on top of the 4? Do you see my question? Does that make sense? Because your net hits don't act. That's just yeah.
It's
just the.
Okay, then it's 14p at +4.
Okay. One guy took 3. The other one is doing significantly worse and taking 8 boxes. Okay. They're going to return fire because, dear God, what choice do they have, right? At this point.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck me, Jesus. All right, so first guy takes a shot at old Stamp with an assault rifle. Looks like a crappy AK that he's firing, taking a long burst on it. Jesus, keeps all those. Stamp, you got a -5 to this attack roll.
Okay.
You're dodging.
5. Two net.
All right. So that's going to be 12p -2. That's how it works, but it's off tonight. So I see Stamp laughs at the puny things and takes a whole 4 boxes of stun damage here.
Yes.
All right. All right. Man's number 2. As you see, what he does is he actually aims the crappy assault rifle. Well, it doesn't roll that well, but he aims a crappy assault rifle at the actual man that you guys are on, the truck that you're on, and just start shooting at it. And you can see electrical shocks each time it hits the vehicle. Apparently, he's trying to knock this thing out. Now, this thing, I'm going to give it essentially the stats of an Ares Roadmaster, because it's made to basically be this huge thing that's meant to go through dangerous areas.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give the wonderful honor of one of you guys gets to roll this shit, because I don't want to keep doing it. So, who wants to be the lucky person rolling against 11p -5?
Make Hex do it, because mages never get to roll good soak.
That's right.
Sounds good.
Okay, am I rolling the Ares Roadmaster stats, or am I rolling my stats?
Hex is going to roll the Ares Roadmaster's body plus armor -5.
Okay, let me know if you don't know what that is, and I've got the stat sheet. So,
Yeah, what is it?
it is
18 armor and 18 body. I'm looking right at it.
So 36.
That.
36 total.
Now, from what you're seeing right now, here's the other key. Well, here's another thing. You probably actually need to do that, because technically this is vehicle armor, which operates like class. Anybody else?
Hardened armor.
Right. And if its armor rating is only reduced to 13 and only does 11 damage, what does that mean, class?
Doesn't take
No damages.
No damages. Yep.
wah, wah, wah.
So it goes ping, 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 chug, 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 ping, ping, ping. But yeah, there is obviously electrical shocks that's going on. Over on the other side, Clink.
Yep.
The guy that you shot and you clipped pretty hard in the shoulder, he is coming at you right now. He is going to be shooting at you.
I give no care.
He is also kind of freaking out a little bit, so he's going to throw the long, full automatic complex burst at you.
I care slightly more now.
He's trying to lead hose you. You have a -9 to your dodge.
You got 3 hits.
Yep.
Let's look at this many. 1, 2. Screw it, I'll edge. I need to, look impressive. Sorry about forgetting the things, but I got 3.
All right. Yep. So you barely get out of the way. It's fuck. You get the lucky little sidestep trying to get to the side as you're being shot at right now. All right. You see him load the barrier gun with an assault rifle, and he does much the same thing and shoots at the side of the vehicle. And once again, doesn't do anywhere near enough damage because he didn't roll well enough. Wah, wah. Alright. Alright, so that's it for our land pirates.
Okay.
Next is Hex.
You guys on the right are gonna get a big ass fireball all up in their face.
Fireball!
Tank missile! Kind of thing. If you guys have watched that, how it should have ended. Oh. Tank missile! Boom.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, which?
5 hits.
Iron Man, I think.
Okay. Well, we'll come back to that. I'm going to come back to resolving. Because there should be matrix damage I should be resolving. Because I'm an idiot. So we'll deal with that in a moment. Kaboom. That's a pretty big kabooming. So were you doing you did the fireball, right? So.
Yes, that was a force 5 fireball out the right side.
Well, these guys are out of get the fuck out of Dodge kind of rolls. Because they only have 3 initiative left.
That's a shame.
That's a shame for them. Alright, so what's my total soak then? I'm looking at what then?
It's
10
10
physical.
E minus 5.
10 physical minus 5?
Yep.
First guy, he's getting 6. Second guy goes down. He's dead.
Nice.
Blast. So Plink, somebody stole your kill. It's a dirty spellcaster stole your kill.
Man.
Goddamn campers.
Right?
Alright, now what I need to resolve though is the fact that, as I'm an idiot, and I'm remembering this here, Stick and Shock is doing what's called matrix damage to your vehicles. That's a different story. That's a bad thing there, isn't it?
It's not a good thing.
No, that's actually bad for your device. So I will deal with that in a moment, but what's the important thing is that your truck is slowing down as that's going on, and I can do that in the background as I do this. So, back to the rest of the team here. Top of the order. Jack, what would you like to do as all this stuff has gone exploded and craziness?
Is there a guy still coming up on us from my side?
On your side, they're basically being showered with flechette rounds. What you'd like to do with that, I leave it to you. But there's only the 2 guys there, and they've been firing and trying to hit people.
Okay, well, I'm going to do a full auto, or god damn it, I can do a complex full auto because the Colt Inception does semi-auto or burst fire, so I could do a complex full auto on them. So that's what I will do.
Alright, so that's going to be, you're firing basically 6 bolts at them, so.
Right, and I'm going to, I have my wireless on, so that gives me my extra 2 dice. With a PDS, so fuck them, they can suck that.
Alright, so they're being shot at by that, and they're being shot at by you. Oh yeah, so what's my total modified damage I'm dealing with?
Your mod, 16p minus 5.
Alright, so you already taken damage before, and yeah, I think you've cleaned up another guy. So we're down to just 2 right now. Okay? Stamp, you have basically spent 20 rounds doing that. 20 rounds of ammunition. What would you like to do?
Well, the suppressive fire only did 10 rounds, I thought.
And suppressing fire is 20.
Oh, okay. Well, he's
Yes,
out then.
You're out of ammo?
Yeah, that shotgun's out of ammo. He's gonna let it drop as he brings the AS-7 to bear that was on his hip. and he's going to do a troll finger popper on the guy that's standing.
All right. For the one guy that's left on that side, right?
Yep. And I
What's
guess
a troll finger popper?
a troll finger popper is an EX explosive specific called shot where you blast the gun out of somebody's hands. Except with XX, you actually try to blow his hand off. So,
Aha!
for the low price of -4 dice, I get to blow his weapon quite a long way. So it'll be pretty great.
He's been waiting a long time for this.
Maybe.
I'll just point out that people laughed at me when I loaded up Jack up with Jack up with 10 magazines for all of his guns.
And what's my negative?
No negatives on this to dodge. This is a single shotgun round.
No, as in this guy's already a little hurt already. I do believe you succeed. What's
Okay.
the maximum damage value on this?
So this is going to be at 15 physical, -2 DV. If he takes any damage, it's going to cap out at 3 points, and his weapon is going to probably disappear because there's going to be a lot.
Okay, so he's going to soak whatever damage. So physically, he's fine.
Right. Well, he'll take 3 physical on that.
Well, no, it's the damage value caps at 3, not the modified damage.
After soak.
Oh, that's after soak?
Yeah, because otherwise those cold shots would be useless.
That is so lame.
Right. So
Lame is what I tell you. Lame is what I tell you. But that's okay. We're here.
So that's 8 physical left over. He'll take 3, and it's going to blast out of his hands probably about 7 to 10 meters away.
Roll finger popper. Plants on hands. Does base weapon damage resist body inside maximum 3. Yep. Throw an extra 2 meters. So you can only get 3 meters then basically where you shoot it off to. So,
Alright.
Boom! Don't like that very much.
And Stamp is going to keep advancing towards this guy. Now he wants answers.
So he's jumping off the truck then to get down there.
Oh, that's right. The truck's moving, so no, he's not. My bad.
Alright. What would you like to do?
So seeing that Stamp has gone for the not murder this guy, she'll send a quick message of alive.
Yeah, why not?
Alright. She will then left-handed draw out what should we call it? Let's just go with her stick and shotgun. And we'll do a called shot vitals.
Alright. He can't roll that many dice. He got fireballed, so that kind of helps. Literally cannot roll that many dice. Right?
That's unfortunate for him.
Alright, so what's my modified damage value? Alright, thank you.
I'm sorry, 14, not 16.
Wow, this guy is just a fucking fire. That's just, that's a good roll. He's granted with the damage that was done before, not so much, because he's going to be in La La Land and unconscious. But good job, Clink. You did your job. There's one land pirate that's left. Considering the gun has been shot out of his hand, he turns and runs.
I thought that was the guy that I was shooting at. I thought the other guy burst in the flames through the fireball.
There are 2 guys. They're on the right-hand side. You got 2 people in front of you. You shot one originally, right? The other one got fireballed. On the left-hand side was one that Stamp and Jack have been working on.
There were 4 guys.
In toto.
Fireball killed 1, Jack killed 1, I finger popped 1, and you just stun locked the other one.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought that the second guy on the left-hand side died.
No, you're done. But second guy on the left who had, basically his hand shot pretty badly, takes off running. Just, he just starts running as fast as he can. Hex, what would you like to do?
I will sit tight. I won't do anything. I'll let him run away.
Okay. He is got his tail between his legs. Jack, what would you like to do?
I am going to assess the battlefield.
Yep, you got 3 people down. At least 2 of them flat out dead. 1 of them unconscious, and then the 4th one running as fast as possible.
What's his range from me?
At this point, let's see here, 10 plus that. He did a flat out run, so 30 meters.
All right. Trying to figure out the. All right. So I'm going to grab my Marlin 3468 SS, loaded with APDS, and I'm going to take aim at his ass, and I'm going to do a cold shot vitals.
Okay.
Now I have to remember what the penalty is for that.
4.
All right, so I'm going to pre-edge this, which makes it a grand total of 13d6 greater than 5, accounting for my penalty. So there you go, sir.
All right, give me a second here. All right, so you tried to shoot the son of a bitch, huh?
Called shot vitals, yep.
Called shot vitals. So you basically do a +2 to your damage value. Okay.
Alrighty.
This guy is now down to this. Well, yeah, looks like he's hurt there.
Alright, so that means 7, 8, 9, 10. He is taking 22p minus 5.
All right, write that out. How much again was that? How much? I know it's -5. You said how much damage? 6. There you go. Holy shnikes.
Overkill much?
You sure it's physical or stun?
It's APDS. It's 13
you said-
physical.
Yeah, you just boom, the head explodes like a ripe melon. He is you either the head or the neck. Take your pick because that's what you just hit. So
I hit the head, man.
yeah, you hydro shocked him. So
Yes.
I think I can call combat at that point. Because let's be honest, there's not much left there. So, all right, team. So we're can leave combat for the moment. You see again, the truck slows, and it kind of looks like it slows a bit, like really far down. It's kind of looking and navigating. Someone want to roll me a pilot check for the poor roadmaster, essentially. I will give you the value in 1 moment here. There we are. The pilot rating on the essentially a roadmaster, would be a rating 3. So.
Well, while it's going slow, Plink and Stamp are going to secure the unconscious guy and throw him in the back.
All right. You got an unconscious guy back?
We'll make sure he's hogtied.
Yeah, he's hogtied, all right.
And
other things with hogs nearby.
Yeah. Well, the smelling salts. We'll wake him up soon.
Hopefully those pigs are hungry. They'll go through a bun like They'll go through bone like butter.
Om nom nom.
Alright. So that's going on there. The truck. Someone give me a pilot check though for the truck. I need somebody to know the pilot.
Okay, I can do that. There you go.
No, not that you're piloting. It's that the pilot program does this thing.
Oh,
And you said it's rolling 3 dice?
Yeah, it's a rating 3 pilot. Actually, this guy would have been bested. It's rating 6 pilot.
Alright, and what's the device rating of the Roadmaster?
Wait, it's just 3.
Okay, so it would be 9 dice instead of 10.
Yep. So we'll just drop 1 die for that. Okay. It slows a bit, it churns, and then it just everyone quick give me another reaction plus intuition. This will be slightly unexpected. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool this percentage, wouldn't it? Okay. Yeah, everyone comes out okay with that there. What's the mystics? Yep. Okay. As it all of a sudden just lurches forward in action at full speed and smashes the back end of the burning vehicle, just Mad Max Cowcatcher style, and just shoves it out of the way and just carries on. In the back, Quink, give me a quick chemistry. Again, there's that rattling around there. There's again that little bit of, I don't know how much of a daredevil one gives, but that's really not the most safest of them to do right now with what's in the back.
In that in that to not touch it, or that it should not mix.
That kind of jostling in some things could cause explosions.
Do I see anything around that I could use to strap things down if I moved it?
Well, since you had a chance to kind of get back there to dump the guy off, you can see the bottom of this thing set up so that each particular container essentially has got its own kind of locked in position on the floor. And the drone that's been working here just basically kind of slides to the next one each time, unlocks it from the floor, and drives off. Does that make sense? So
yeah, so we can't really
now without getting inside the container and stuffing.
well,
So we'll just
Although as you're kind of climbing up a little bit out, I suppose at one point, Stamp as well, Stamp can see especially. There's one container that seems to be just filled with liquor. Just bottles.
No, Stamp, don't do it.
Hold up. Where's the cred stick hole? I got an idea.
Yeah, you can do it. What are you thinking?
I was thinking I was gonna put a bullet in it, but probably shouldn't.
Excuse me. Yeah. Sorry, I got this dry cough going. So, anyways, yeah. Just saying, there's a big pile of liquor sitting there, just hanging out.
Well, we could set it on fire?
No.
No.
Seems like a bad idea.
Liquor is for drinking. It's not for throwing.
Are they like beers or are they like liquor bottles?
Oh, it's like liquor, to the point of it's not having brand names. It has X's.
So it's moonshine.
Moonshine, nice.
Yeah, some of it
Ethanol.
is a bit of white lightning in there.
That might be for
Just
throwing.
saying, it's ethanol.
That would be funny. Now, if some of it was methanol.
Yeah, don't drink it, you'll go blind.
That sounds like a dare to Stamp, to be honest. So,
Yeah. See, he can't go blind. He replaced his eyes already.
hey-oh. All right. So,
Do I see a better way to kind of stuff that stuff in there?
yeah, you can, considering that you've got a guy that gives you new items to try to deal with, There are the other boxes, like there's the one with the pinwheels sticking out of it, which are gleefully spinning in the wind as the truck is starting to drive again. It's kind of childlike in a way, despite the violence that's occurring around you. There's some
I
plush
take it-
animals in there. It looks like some strange plush guitars and Sasquatches that are just kind of hanging out.
I feel like there's a hint.
See, now Banjo is sad he didn't get picked for this run.
Yeah, I'm sure he is right now.
Can I go back and steal one for Banjo?
Banjo is in theory dead. That's
Yeah.
what
Oh.
Banjo is dead.
Oh. Okay.
He was captured by the bad guys.
Apparently,
Put it by the
there's
grave.
the doppelganger is trying to pretend to be him.
Yeah.
Crucible's gonna fucking kill that guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Please gonna get it.
Okay. So can I roll like knowledge, mechanical engineering to do anything helpful?
You can try to help out. Yeah, give Link a hand with that if you want to get up from your position.
Yep, I can do that.
All right. So the thing's gonna start picking up speed at this point. You should get the broader.
There's my mechanical engineering knowledge skill.
Yeah, you can totally too. You can combine that together for when to stuff it in. Strategic use of the plush animals are definitely an option. That is something you definitely can do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna DNI back and say I think we should do this, and kind of give a detailed suggestion of how to stuff the animals in there to prevent things from going big bada boom.
Stamp will say, "You have fun with that," and he's going to continue doing Overwatch. He's not going anywhere near the teddy bears.
Well, I'll just DNI back and say I hear there's booze in the back of the truck.
Uh-huh. There is. And if it breaks, I get breakage.
There always is a bit of breakage.
You're always welcome to have my share.
All right. So again, as it steams off further and further, and you guys get about another. It goes on for about another 30 minutes now, and it starts to slow down and stop at a farmhouse. Again, it is the Barrens, this is the Puyallup Barrens because, again, distance. And the drone starts to initialize a little bit. Are you doing anything with the body that you left down there in the pig shit?
Moving it out of the pig shit, because this is probably where it's going.
There's a chance of that. So the drone dries up and it detaches a container that has the goats in it. Not the pigs, though. And then it wheels out, drops down. And it goes over the farmhouse. Is anyone going to escort it?
Yeah, Stamp's escorting again. He's got the Mossberg at the ready. He's got it reloaded now. He mag.
Give me a second here. Yeah. So here's what we're going to do then. So you're doing a little walking on over here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see coming out of the farmhouse actually seems to be a couple people coming out, not just one person, looks like a few. No obvious family relation. It seems a little more obvious considering there's another truck that's nearby that's parked here as well. One of the men walks over to the device, takes out a cred stick, plugs it in,
Mm-hmm.
and it opens up and it lets out just one of the goats to him. And you see him kind of look, and he looks at the stamp and says, "So, Big Carl's been trying to get some protection, huh?
Guess so.
You're doing the Lord's work." And he kind of leads the goat that he was distributed over to his truck. The other guy walks over, puts in
You're doing the Lord's work, sir.
puts in the cred stick, and then it opens up and it produces the last two goats to him. And the crate's left behind, and again the drone kind of detaches and drives over and loads back with the truck. Clink, you just want to take a look at the area right now, man.
Yeah, just to make sure nothing's rolling up on us.
Nothing that you can see so far in the distance or anything like that. There's at least within your level of sight at the moment that you can see in the really real world. Just expands.
Yeah. Just paying attention to things that are going around.
Sure. You can see that obviously there's the two farmers here at least. Looks like there's you can see in the distance at least another farmhouse. That's off a little ways. The land here does not seem to be the best of things. Volcanic soil can be very helpful after it's had time to, get organic material in it. If my memory serves correctly, an eruption this close in time, not so helpful. It has to take time if my memory serves correctly. I could be totally wrong. And if there's somebody listening to the stream that knows I'm wrong, I fully acknowledge that. For now, thematically, this area is very much subsistence farming at the moment. Just we're trying to survive farming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I assume the team just all gone off again, then, huh?
I suppose so. We are doing this job we are doing.
All right, we're rolling up on. It's 5 minutes to 2 hours. Okay.
Okay.
Let's take a quick five, just a real quick five.
Sure.
Get some drinks, hit the bathroom, and we'll get back with it again. Okay.
That sounds fantastic.
You guys good?
Sounds good.
All right, 5 minutes. Okay. So I got Plink is here.
Yeah.
Stamp.
Yeah.
Jack.
Yeah.
And Hex.
Ayo.
Same do the sound off that way. Everywhere. It's easier that way. Because, I've got good ears, but I don't memorize every voice perfectly. So, with that all being said, alright, team. You're back on the road, hauling ass along. At this point, the roads get a little broader, a little longer, and the truck just starts speeding up again. Starts getting up around 60 miles an hour at least. It's moving along. Any kind of motion around, you guys move around the area right now, that's going to take a, what you guys have got to make to move around up there is going to be at least a gymnastics check of some sort. To not lose your balance.
Gymnastics checks.
Correct.
All right, I've got that.
I'm pretty sure you do. Considering this is a pretty hammer-heavy run, you better. The mage is being the smart mage and just kind of hanging out. Probably the best thing you could do there. So, why does everyone give me visual perception checks as everything's rolling along? Chugging along, moving along in your automobile.
And Stamp's too busy being merrily ridden.
He is totally merrily riding. I gotta be a little more exact with this right now. Okay.
Not even sure what Mary Lou Renton is supposed to mean.
What the hell is wrong with you? You're old enough to know this.
I don't watch TV, sir.
The Olympics?
Yeah, I especially don't watch the Olympics.
That was like in 1984.
I'm sorry, I was 3.
Oh, okay. Goddamn.
Awesome.
Bunch of kids.
My bad for not remembering that.
Children, I swear, children. Fuckers. Mary Lou Retton got a gold medal in the in gymnastics. It was like, America's sweetheart stuff.
It was huge because I think she was one of the first American gymnasts to win a gold medal.
Yeah. Granted, the Soviets were boycotting. I think that was the year that we was in Los Angeles. Granted, that was quite a long time ago, and it might date some of us. I don't care.
Like you just did, old man.
Yeah. Well, I was like 7, so shut your mouth.
The full accurate statement would be you shut your whore mouth.
Well, no, I'm not quite at that level of grumpiness about it. If he was going to start telling me about if Rob's going to give me lip about me not liking stuff from that time period, then it's shut your whore mouth. Just saying. I saved that for special.
Should I remain on your lawn?
And now you shut your whore mouth.
How quickly the tables have turned.
Indeed.
That's right. Anyways, back to that and thoughts of Gary Glitter in our lifetimes.
What kind of threshold on the gymnastics test were you looking for, just out of curiosity?
2 if you're going to move around.
Okay, yeah, no, I got that.
Yeah, if you're going to move around, it's a threshold of 2. Everybody's your perceptions of things except for poor Stamp, because, Stamp is too much pretending that he's a 16-year-old girl who's winning America's hearts and dreams.
I don't know anybody like that.
I'm just channeling Plink right now. I'm sorry. Not sorry, actually.
He is channeling Plink. You can see as the rodeo, it opens up, there's more speed, but there's a lot of trees in this area, which again, if people have been in the area of Seattle, there's a shit ton of trees there. It's quite forested. It's practically a temporary rainforest up there, more so by LA, but still. But you can start hearing the sound of motorcycles coming behind the tree line kind of thing, and more the higher pitch growler type of sound, the dirt bike kind of sort of thing coming up that you can hear nearby. Also, you swear that maybe some Australian movie maker soundtrack might be coming into play right now.
Oh, son of a bitch. Stamp's gonna grab the sport rifle, and he's going to make sure that he's put another round in because he's going to have to start coring vehicles.
You can do that at that end right there. So
Is it possible at all if I could heal any of the stun that I have taken while we're doing this, or no?
it's the thing is that you have not had an hour straight.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
That's the problem.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yep. So also right now, when you guys are making any gymnastic chats are going to be for free. That's not free, but they'll have no penalties to them because that's a very simple idea. If you want to move around in any short, even if it's within like a walking distance, which again is not very much of a distance, that kind of movement, that you'll have to spend a free action on that and make it a gymnastics check. Okay. Anything else that you try to do, like that's a physical action of some sort, even spell casting, you're going to take it at a -2 because of the rattling and the speed and things like that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I should rephrase. Everybody, if you're not in a seat, okay, if you're trying to fire a gun from a seat, you're still going to take like a -1 because you're kind of turning and twisting. You just
Sure.
quite set yourself right. Spellcasting though, yeah, if he holds still, he's going to be okay. He's also a sitting duck for gunfire, but he's going to be okay. Make sense?
Yeah.
Got it.
All right. So, with those fun little rules in mind right there, as you're moving along, the road starts to clear a little bit, and you can see coming up on either side, coming out of the trees, so like this and like this, are packs of Yamaha growlers. Looks like there's 6 of them with guys on them, and all of them have masks, like ballistic type masks on, spikes covering all over them, very primitive looking kind of armor and things, but with shiny weapons and things with them too. Looks like a lot of automatic weapons is what they're all carrying right now, as they're driving and looking all badass, as if they're, from some sort of apocalyptic situation, which, let's be honest, it is beyond. It is a little post-apocalyptic.
Okay.
Why don't you give me initiative here as this all starts going downhill? Okay. There's wind in your hair as you drive along. Plague, what would you like to do? As you can see, the 6 different crotch rockets are coming, or not crotch rockets, but Yamaha growlers are coming up. Some of them are double riders, some of them are not.
How close are they to us?
Well, they came out of the tree line pretty close to you guys. So we're talking like 10, 15 meters away, and they're closing up quick. Because this is think of a lot of trees close by and stuff like that.
How many of the vehicles have single riders?
Half of them have single riders.
All right, I want to wait for one of the single rider vehicles to get close to me.
Okay.
And then what I wish to do when that happens,
yeah,
is to jump onto the back of his vehicle and hurl him from it.
All right. I hope you got a good unarmed combat. So I will come back to you on their turn. Stamp, what would you like to do?
Stamp is... So, how closely clustered are these guys?
Fortunately, they're not stupid for their own sake. They've got a fair distance between each of them. We're talking about, they're trying to spread out, so like, say 4 meters between each. They're kind of staggered, kind of filling your wake.
Okay.
And,
well, if they're staggered, that will help, because Stamp will draw a bead on the leading guy,
sure.
And he is going to he's going to put a high power round through this dude.
In the dark.
I will also accept jumping onto the back of the vehicle that Stamp shoots a dude from.
Ooh, that's a longer jump though right now, because Stamp does it right now. He's still about 10 meters away. Can you make that jump?
I have light body and airwalking and 13 dice for gymnastics.
Okay, well, do a try.
It'll
You
be,
can do this. So
it'll be
let's see
great.
how it does first. So
All right, you said it was we're at -2 to do this.
yeah, -2. Yep.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give him this for his dice full after everything's all said and done. All right, looks like he's taking a shot to the chest, huh?
All right, that's going to be 15 feet -5 because I'm hitting the driver and not the vehicle.
You're not shooting through the side of the vehicle, dude.
Sorry.
Dude, you're shooting him straight on.
Oh, that's what I said. I'm aiming for the guy, not the vehicle.
I know. You're not gonna get the -5 on the AV rounds because you shoot the person. You see what I mean?
Well, no.
If you're going through,
the
through a car door, I'd see that.
But the AV round is specifically -5 to people, -9 to vehicles.
Is it? I thought it was -1, -5.
No, it's This is.
Which book are you getting that from?
I'm going off of Hero Lab, which is giving me the damage code.
That's off of that comes out of the running gun, right?
Yes.
Oh wait, that's with the weapon modified then, right?
Right.
What's the which one you said the 95 is what you're on right now? Which rifle? You're
The Remington 950.
yeah, 950. 95. Okay, that makes more sense now. Never mind. I was like, Jesus. All right, we're cool.
Right. Okay. I'm glad we came to this understanding.
Yeah, I was gonna like, where's this good shit a breath? All right, so how much was that damage again?
I believe we said it was 15 physical.
Okay. So I'm gonna have him make a quick ground craft check, so he does, yeah, he holds on.
Okay. Did the power of that exceed his physical limit?
Let's see here, 15 damage 6 with this particular thug. It's close.
Okay.
Still.
All right. Well, that'll soften him up for Plank when she makes her jump.
I think you're right. All right, Jack, what'd you like to do?
I am going to grab my Auto Assault 16 with flechette rounds, and I'm going to take aim at the at any of the riders that I can see that are in range, and I'm going to give them a nice full auto burst to the teeth.
Okay, so you gotta turn around the side and just choke, and just shoot. Okay.
Pretty much, that's the plan.
What kind of choke are you gonna use?
Modified choke.
Right, but narrow, medium, or wide?
Medium.
Okay. So bear that in mind. You're shooting at a range of about 20 meters at this point.
Okay, so narrow.
15 meters. Sorry, 15 meters.
Okay, well, yeah, then I'll use an arrow.
Okay, make your roll.
Okay, and I get a +2 bonus, so... There you go.
Okay. All right, so that's that and that. Okay. And what's my negative? Like negative stupid?
So it's a full auto burst, so...
Yeah, we're done. He gets no dice. So what's the total damage bar? Fair code.
That would be... 19p, but he does get a +4 armor. For soak. Because it is flechette, so...
Okay, 19p, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still and yep, that time around it does collapse under him. And you take down one rider. He's down and out. He's out of the way. So Oh, there he goes. Okay. That's it for Jack. Next. Land pirates. Blake, they're starting to close, including the guy that just got shot. Looks like he's trying to take aim at your buddy Stamp.
Yeah, no, that's clearly time for some kind of leaping upon him, removing him from his bike.
All right, well, why don't you make that gymnastics check? Get on that bike first. And that's where we're going to leave you at once you get on that bike. You're probably distracting the shit out of him, so. Make the roll there, little girl.
There it went.
Okay. And let's make sure he doesn't freak out and ditch the bike. Woohoo! He nearly ditches the bike based upon that alone. Right? You know, the jerk and make you both fall, but that's not quite happening. Let's see here. The other ones, let's see here. Of the ones that are left, two of them are going to shoot at the vehicle itself. One's shooting at Stamp, one is shooting at Jack. Okay?
Oh boy.
No, that's a conflict. The problem is that I'm thinking on your next
Yeah,
pass.
that's fine.
Your next pass, you can do that. See what I mean?
All right.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So. There's the one at Stamp. And here comes the one at Jack. If you fellas would be as so kind to make your rolls.
Stamp wisely gets out of the way.
Take your -2 for being on top of the truck, though.
I did not. So if you take the 2 bottom, I'll have 3 successes and defender still wins.
That's very true.
Do I get any bonuses since I'm still in the truck?
Yeah, I'll give you a 2 cover bonus because of your angle.
Okay, cool. So that's...
So that'll pretty much negate the negative that you have from, moving the vehicle.
And I'm going to edge that.
Yep.
Well,
He has 2 net hits on you.
Yep.
Alright, now, these guys are a little more prepared than the other people, as they're firing some much heavier ammunition at you.
Okay. So I soaked 6.
Alright, so you are taking 6. Hold on, what's your... Oh, go ahead.
Hold on, I didn't take the -6 off. So I lose 1... I lose 5 total.
So you take 7 boxes, but your damage code, even after the -6, armor's at least 12, right? Even after -6?
My damage code?
Your armor code.
Oh, yeah, my armor's 23, so...
Yeah, you're still okay then. Alright.
Yep.
All
So
right,
is that
so
stun or physical?
that is stun. You're the proud owner of 7 stun right to the chest.
Oh boy.
That's right to the chest. Now, the other ones they pull up close. They're kind of doing their little drive to get up nearby to try to drop off a load. One of them is trying to get up near Hex with the shotgun out and starting to point it at him. They don't fire yet because they're not quite in range, but they're starting to point at the usual, I'm going to get by the driver's seat and pull out the gun kind of thing as they're pulling up. Now, Stamp, something interesting happened right now. Okay? This is something that's, well, you know what? Not with that right now. I'm going to come back with that. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Well,
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
No, I'm thinking through how this works out. No, this works out this way. So, Stamp, you see coming out of the tree line off to your side a bit, which you can see it. It's so much in your face you can't miss it, but it's almost dead silent. I mean, almost to the point of mystical kind of concealment. As you can see, like a small crap-ass helicopter come flying over. And we're talking like the classic, the back end of it. The back end of the helicopter has got like the very, like the MASH helicopters, you know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
You can see it's coming over, really crappy thing going there. You see 2 orcs hanging on the side of it. Again, thing's just quiet as all shit. For behind the curtain, it's the concealment. So, which again, thank you for not sorting your dice when you did your perception checks. That makes my life a lot easier, minusing dice. And you can see the 2 of them leap off, get onto the moving vehicle because they come down with their wearing their armor, clearly of the armor of the road warrior type esque. And they both make their hits, and they chunk chunk. They both land on the catwalk with crude makeshift axes and start the menacingly approach upon Stamp.
Okay.
And also cue fight music from Star Trek. Hex, what would you like to do? Yeah, pretty much.
I would love to shoot a lightning bolt in the face of the guy who was menacing me with a shotgun.
Yeah, because they're coming up to aim and basically put a hole in your head. So.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Move time.
Yeah. 2 successes. I will edge that.
All right.
That's better.
So,
And that gets around my limit, right?
Yep, that's 6. No. Limit is based upon the force. So.
Yeah.
Is the call being shit for anybody else?
You were just a little bit scratchy there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of shit going on.
Let me try something else. Let me see if I can fix this. Any improvement like
I thought
that?
it might have been because I also had the stream up, or...
How's that, Rob? Is that better? Rob, you get me?
No, clearly he is not.
No, Rob, you're not hearing me.
Ground control to Major Rob.
Clink sucks.
No, I am now.
That was shiny
I'm
toy
hearing you
guns.
now.
Damn it!
Alright, so Clink sucks, Clink sucks, Clink sucks. Alright, so we know it works.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're looking...
Is it my turn, or...?
No, not yet. It's Hex.
Alright, well then, slow your roll, Jesus.
Hex is doing some damage to holding people. And they'll try to keep control of their vehicle. Wow, that totally worked.
Well,
7D65.
Alright, well, the Land Pirates managed to keep control of the motorcycle. But they do take the lightning bolt right to the face. Plink, what would you like to do? You are now in the back of the motorcycle. Would you care to try to backhand them off? Plink's turn.
Damn it, Rob.
Yeah.
Rob.
he said he wants to slap a slap patch on me.
That feels better. What do you want for me to get him off this bike?
Unarmed attack. Do you have unarmed attack?
Yep.
Alright. And he's been hit, so... you connect.
14 stun as I use an instance of supernatural prowess strength.
That's I'm not surprised by that. I have, this is my not surprised face.
I'm glad that you are not surprised by that.
Nope, and you knock him out, and you kind of knock him off to the side, so he's falling off.
So it's 8 punchy stun.
Yeah, that was after all the damage that that Stamp did to him. I need them to immediately give me a pilot groundcraft check to not lose control of this vehicle, as the driver's just been removed from it. And as we know in motorcycles, that's a very dangerous thing.
Yes, it is.
Basically, you're rolling the C to avoid a crash test. And I'm going to tell you right now, 1 hit's not going to be enough. 2 might not even be enough. Rob, did you get any of that? Apparently not.
Rob, pilot ground craft. So yeah, Rob scored. Plink scores 6 successes on pilot ground craft because Plink is awesome and has been taking lessons from Stamp, and Stamp's approval rating has increased by 5 points.
All right, Stamp. You are being accosted by 2 land pirates.
So how far away are these 2 land pirates?
They're on the catwalk on the other side, so you're talking about about 2.5 meter expanse between the 2 of you. Between you and the other 2.
Okay. And I suppose my next question would be, if I was to do a gymnastics leap to knock them both off, would that be possible?
No, probably not.
Okay, well, I'll deal with it. If it's 2.5 meters, they're gonna have to come to me. So I'm just gonna put a sniper round in the skull of one of these guys here.
Okay.
So let me see here. Grab my book with my ammo whammies. And
Here I go, giving you the opportunity of a lifetime. You just want to shoot people.
all right.
I feel like-
Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say, I feel like I've performed some opportunities of a lifetime.
It's
okay with
true.
it.
I mean, yeah, Stamp could, but he's also got all those motorcycles to deal with, so fuck it. Why not? He'll put down the rifle, and out comes the cyber spur, and he's gonna shank a bitch.
All right, go get him. So are you gonna navigate around, or are you gonna leap across?
I'm gonna leap across.
All right, give me a gymnastics check on that one.
All right, would that be considered parkour?
I would see that as parkour.
Okay.
Sure, I like that.
All right.
I would say it's actually hardcore, but
Yeah, that's true. Granted, parkour usually involves running away from people. I'm totally on board with this.
Well, you know what they say. Parkour is the French martial art of retreat.
Hardcore.
I've never heard that, but that's pretty good.
Yep.
All right, Stamp, give me your attack. Let's see if you pull off another Spartan single shot kill on this guy.
And because I've got it and I haven't used it yet, I'm going to edge that. 5 successes.
All right, so hold on. That's Did you take your -2 for your thing?
I did.
Okay, I did not. So you have 1 net hit.
Okay, so then that is going to be 14 at -2.
Okay, so you do the quick snap cut on him, and you do 9 nice boxes of damage right to his, face, basically. That did not go well for him. That went well for Stamp. Jack, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna slap my ass with a rating 6 trauma patch or rating 6 stim patch first.
All right, that will be a simple action then.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to and then I'm gonna are there any other people that I can see to shoot at?
Oh yeah, there's some guys that are coming up the side.
Okay, well I will level my auto assault 16 and I will give them a faceful.
You give them what for? All right, take your roll.
All right, so there you go.
All right, and what's the total dodge modifier I have here?
Your dodge modifier for Flechette is a +4.
That's not a dodge modifier.
Oh no. Full auto is
You can't do a full complex because that would be
no. It's gonna be a simple full auto, and I think that's minus.
-5.
Yes.
5, and then another. How much for my flechettes?
Flechettes give you. Damn you, Hero Lab! Do you tell me these things or not?
What are you asking?
He's firing a
Okay.
complex burst fire with flechette rounds.
Damage calculations. They
That's
starting
based
value
upon
thing.
the choke.
Right. It's a
The
narrow
simple
choke.
is -5. I don't know if it has the choke rules in there, but I believe the choke is -1. But I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay, so total -6. We'll just go with that.
Okay, so how much damage are you looking at now?
You are looking at. Let's see. 15 plus. So 20p plus 4 to armor for soak.
Would it be? All right, that's still 10, which is enough to cause unconsciousness in these guys because they're not particularly, big tough dudes. And down he goes. Another bike drops and moves off. That's 4 bikes down so far.
And one repurposed.
Yeah, one repurposed. All right, that's it for Jack. Land pirates. Well, the guy that got the lightning bolt to the face is going to retort with a shotgun to the face. Hex, you have my sympathies. But,
It's been nice knowing everyone.
it's okay. You're not going to die. You got edge.
You got full defense, sir.
He doesn't have enough initiative left for that.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that.
He can. Let me see here. I'm trying to remember because you can do a regular enhanced dodge action, and it adds something. And I'm trying to remember.
Gymnastics.
Yeah. Do you have gymnastics, Hex?
I do not.
Okay.
You'll get cover for being in the car.
Yeah.
All right, so he pulls up and as he spread out with the shotgun and does the just right up in the face, boom, the shoot with their own flechette rounds. This situation. All right, so let's go through our modifiers. You're going to have a total of minus. You have a total of let's hear it. So there's -7 for all your negatives, okay? Because you're dealing with the movie. You're dealing with having to get around the moving vehicle, and you're also having to deal with, flechette rounds at point blank range on wide choke.
Yeah.
Now, on the flip side of all of this, lovely, lovely bit of joy, you do get a bit of cover from the vehicle. I'm going to give you, at this point, a plus, because you kind of hunker down more than anybody else. So I'll give you the full cover of +3. So you're looking at a total of -4 to your normal roll for dodging. Would you care to make that roll, please?
I would love to.
So I have a question for you here. Would
Yeah.
you like to would you like for that to not be a critical glitch?
I would love for that to be not critical glitch. So
So it's merely a glitch at this point, which means there's going to be a bit more damage value coming your way. So
and I have to spend an edge to do that, right?
you would have to spend an edge to do that.
Yep.
So let's do this. All right, my flechette monkeys. Flechette page back up here. Okay. What I'm going to basically do is I'm going to take out the -3 DV it's going to get. I'm just going to toss that out, basically. All right. So you're getting the full normal spread in the face. Kind of hit with this here. Let's see here. Your standard flechette round is going to be damage value goes up by what again? 2 or 4?
+4, +5 armor, +2 damage.
+5 armor, +2 damage. Okay. So that is what you got to deal with as you get shot in the face with a Defiance. what's your normal armor value then, with that modified altogether? Is it at least 12?
It is exactly 12.
So this is only stun damage for you then. I should take 7 stun right to the chest. As you get shot with a shotgun. It
All right.
does not feel very good.
No.
Let's see here. Other people. Jack, you're getting shot at again by the one of the leftover riders there right now.
Okay.
As they butta shoot at you.
Oh boy. Am I taking a penalty?
No. Or, yes, you're taking a minus, with the driving and all that, you're going to take a -2 from the -2 from their fire, because they're doing first fire. So you're going to take another -2 because you're driving, so -4 total. There you go.
Do I get a bonus for being in the vehicle?
Yeah, +2. So a net -2.
And I dodge.
This is good for you. Hex, what would you like to do?
Let's give them another lightning bolt.
Alright. Alright. Are you satisfied with that roll?
I'm gonna have to be.
Someone's out of edge, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So he's already taking damage already. Ooh, so we're looking at what, 8?
Yeah, 8 minus 6.
Yep, that's enough to knock him out. And then that motorcycle goes away as you've gone done exploding that guy.
Woohoo!
Alright?
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, pew 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 is what you deal with right now.
No, zappy zap.
Yeah, well, still, pew pew. Blink, what do you want to do? There's one motorcycle left, and up on top is your buddy. He's oh god, I skipped them. Hang on, we're not done yet. There's 2 melee people that I have to deal with Stan.
They both fell off the bike and got run over by the truck. They're dead.
Yeah, sure. I'll go with that.
I remember
You
that
win.
happening.
They lose, we win. We get all the Nuyens and karma.
Alright, axe to the face. As they're kind of... That one's first going to do axe to the face that way. I'm going to need Stamp to give me... You're going to take a minus... You can take a -1 though because of reach.
Look, Stamp, I'm just gonna say this
Yeah.
now. If anyone like that ever approaches you again and says something, then all you have to say is, and they say, look, I want to ask you a question, just say no.
So... Do you have reach too, Stamp?
No, I don't. Take 3 off of that because I didn't do the -2 for the moving vehicle thing, so it would be 2 net.
Alright, so that is 2 net to the face. Stamp takes the axe to the face.
Boot to
Also-
the head.
He's going to have an awesome story after this. Because I'm pretty sure Stamp can usually survive this kind of situation.
He has every other time he's gotten into it.
Yeah, I suppose that's a really good point. Oh shit! Yeah, no, the axe is actually -2. Wow, those are pretty badass, aren't they? Yeah, no, that's that's pretty nasty. All right.
Okay.
Stamp's got a lot of stun going right now. All right. Axe face. All right, and then the other guy, because he's not nearly as trained, is awesome. Oh, I don't think V8s are the right roll there.
Only if you want to cheat.
Dude, he got better with the roll. But he's maneuvering around to try to get the Stamp on the other side. He's not able to attack this round, but they're trying to box Stamp in at this point. Clink, what would you like to do? Your mentor took an axe to the face and was getting surrounded by guys. There's also some other dude driving a motorcycle nearby you.
So, question is, the pilot ground craft I rolled last time, does that count for
That'll
being in
count.
control of the vehicle?
Correct, for this combat turn.
All right. Well, in that case, can you double check the harder knock called shot for me real quick, since I am on a laptop and don't have actual access to my books?
You said the harder knock?
I'm on it. I got it right in front of me.
I don't remember if that is a gel round call shot or a melee call shot, but I know that it exists.
I think it's not ammunition. I think it's a
I think it might be either.
What are you trying to do?
I want to knock the guy flying off the top of the truck.
Spinner would do that. Well.
Yeah, it's a gel round.
I happen to have gel rounds.
Yep, you hit the shoulder and you spin them off balance.
What's the negative on it?
Well, it just becomes a dirty trick though. Then there should be I think knockdown's just knockdown. I always thought, wasn't it?
I vaguely remember there being a called shot that gave a bonus to knockdown. I just couldn't remember if it was physical or shooty.
Looking. Not that one. Not that one.
All the things.
Can't even open that one.
Well, either way, that's one way to take it this way. You can also do knockdown with other shots, like.
I wanted the gel rounds for his reduced limit.
Okay. Well, you do like sternum shots and stuff like that.
Right. Well, if you do a sternum shot, that's going to be -10. What else for a knockdown?
Let's say in the combat turn, that's the other thing to bear in mind. So.
Right.
I'll just do just the vitals.
Okay.
And I -2 because I'm piloting a bike. Sort of.
You are probably bike, yeah. Well, Stamp did cut this bitch, so yeah, you're doing some damage there.
Yeah, this makes me sad that I don't actually have Hero Lab available to me right now. I'm going off the stupid PDF.
Alright, so once my total modified, I'm dealing with her.
Double checking.
Which gun is this?
It's a Fischetti Security, I think.
Not the Needler, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the security.
Yep.
With gel rounds.
Gel rounds just do +1 to AV. It's going to be same weapon power as stun instead of physical. But
Okay.
Yeah, what's the weapon power?
No shit. Oh my god. Yeah, no, it's 7. So 7 plus 6 is 13. And he rolls. Yeah. Yeah, your buddy's guy, the one that already hit him once in the face, you shot the dude right in the chest and off the truck he goes. And goes right underneath the back wheels of your guys' truck.
Nice.
With a very sickening crunch.
I'm
Alright,
satisfied.
Stamp.
Stamp's going to see guy 1 fly off the truck, and he's going to do a spin and put guy number 2 in a clinch.
Clinch, 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 clinch. Do you have throw?
No, I have crushing jaws and finishing move.
Sadly, neither of those are going to help you much right now.
You'd be surprised.
You don't have the initiative for his finish move.
Well, honestly, if I don't want to clinch and I just want to do finishing move, yeah, screw it. Yeah, I'm just going to do finishing move.
Yeah, you need the initiative for finishing move. It's a -10.
Is it? Alright,
Yeah.
well.
It's -10 and an edge.
Yeah, and an edge. And you only do it once per combat.
Fine. Ruining my fun.
Not trying to ruin your parade. We're just, following the rules.
Still ruin my fun. I'm not gonna worry about the clinch then. I'm just gonna nail him with the spurs.
Spurs, 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 spurs. All right. So he's been jumping around and moving around. Oh. Bad luck, old me. Oh, wait, hold on. He has an axe. Okay, bad luck, old me.
Alright, that's gonna be 19 physical at -2.
19 physical.
So I don't
So,
think I'm
how
gonna...
would you care to describe this poor man's last few moments?
Alright, so Stamp takes an axe blow to the helmet. Now his shiny black helmet is all scratched up and shit, and Plink blows the guy off of the truck, gives him a wink as he spins around, and excuse me, he goes for a rabbit punch to the kidney with the spur out, and then brings his hands around the guy's head. Head goes down, knee goes up, and he just knee strikes him through the skull and off of the back of the truck.
All right. That's one dead man that you just left behind there. So, initiative again. Everybody, please. Don't forget to deal with your wound modifiers.
Oh gosh darn it. There.
Ho ho ho!
Oh my.
Okay. All right, Blink, what do you want to do? As there's a crabby bash helicopter that's kind of hanging out nearby. You've got one motorcycle left and lots of dead bodies.
The cycle is on the same side of the vehicle as me.
It's up. It's not quite. You can maneuver the motorcycle around to get an angle on it.
Second question is, how fast are we going?
About 60.
Okay. Third question is how high up is the helicopter that is chasing us?
It is approximately 10 feet above, or so about 3 meters above the truck. So off the ground, you're talking about 6 meters or so. So you're maybe about 8 meters away from it.
So from the ground, it's about 6 meters?
Yeah, give or take.
All right. I want to pilot my bike in a fashion to where I am almost underneath the helicopter.
Okay.
Do you want to roll for that, or is it close enough that I can just do?
I'm going to have you do a roll just to make sure you keep stable.
Oops. So there's 4 hits on my driving.
Yep, you're fine. That's perfectly stable. What is
I will. I really want to try and leap up to the helicopter. I believe my max vert before bullshit is 6 meters because it's 1.5 times my. I'm sorry, not 6 meters. That would be insane.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta get on top of the truck first. All right, instead, I'm gonna drive over so that my bike is like in front of the other bike, like super close to it.
Okay.
And then leap from the bike back to the truck.
Okay, so that much maneuvering to do all that. Yeah, but you had a pretty good pilot check. I'll let you do that.
I got 4.
Why not? That's pretty cool.
And then leap upon the truck.
Are you satisfied with that roll?
Oh, the 13 is the leap to the truck.
Okay. Are you satisfied with that roll?
I am very satisfied with that roll.
Considering it's what? A meter per success or something stupid thing like that?
Something like that. And double jump is cheating.
Yeah, which you kind of can't do. But note the word kind of. So.
Well, you can if you find the double jump boots, but then you've got to go all the way down to the stupid waterfall.
Yeah, which, he hasn't done that yet. Jack, your turn. As Blake does some crazy acrobatic shit.
Okay, I'm gonna look for another target.
I'm also
there's
hoping that
the
the
one-
guy crashes into the bike that I jumped off of.
Yeah, I should make a quick check, make sure he doesn't do that. Yeah, he's fine. So, Jack, what do you want to do?
Like I said, I'm gonna target another guy, and I'm gonna give him another burst to the face.
Alright. Shot at it.
There you go.
Oh, God! And are you not out of ammunition at this point?
It's only for the simple burst. It's only 6 rounds.
Oh, is that what you've been doing the whole time? Okay.
And it holds 32, so.
If that was a simple burst, then he has even less to dodge, so.
Yeah.
So he's only had, you only had 3 net hits. Alright, you got the spread going on too?
Well, I mean, it's a narrow choke.
Alright, so yeah. So, that's another -1. And memory serves right, so, yeah, 1 net hit. So, yeah.
Okay. So he's soaking 16p, but he gets a +4 bonus.
Wow! Oh my god.
I guess he soaked it.
He's soaking like a champ.
Well, he soaked all but 4p.
Like
So
a fucking boss.
No
yeah, I
kidding.
know, right?
What's that?
Nope. Nothing. We're plotting. Don't mind us.
Alright, so that's it for that. Stamp and, what do you want to do?
All right. So where is Plink in comparison to Stamp?
She's, you'd have to do a check to get to her, but you can get to her.
All right, then I will do that check to get to her because we're plotting a jump/throw to get her up onto the helicopter.
I saw that.
All right.
Alright, so you're there? Alright.
All right, and he's gonna hold action to use his lift and carry to assist her in a throw/jump when it's her turn.
Alright, which I get much humor out of. Alright, land pirates. At this point, this is actually air pirates. The helicopter's gonna pull away. Because, fuck this shit, I'm out of here. Kind of situation. As it starts to, and it peels back over to go back towards the tree line. To just get the fudge out of the way. Let's give him a chance to see what he does with this. Yeah, he's out of range of jumping and throwing, but he's Hex, you still have LOS on him.
Okay.
Your turn, Hex, conveniently.
You said it was being stealthier than it should have been, right?
Yeah, it was a lot stealthier than it should have been.
Can I astrally proceed to see if there's any
You can
funny business going
100%
around?
change perception modes on your pass.
I would like to do that.
That is a complex action. And
Then that's what I will do.
And we'll come back to you with your information later. Because that's all you can do, basically. So, Link, what would you like to do as you see the helicopters now out of range?
Is it within 50 meters?
Within 50 meters?
Yeah.
Yes.
I will shoot it.
All right.
I will whip out a. What do I have that's got APDS in it? Apparently just by hand. So I will like. Do you feel like I could rip off a glove of FBA?
I'd see that as a simple if you want to do that.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'll pull off the glove real quick as I ready my cyber gun and try to take down a helicopter with my finger.
Actually, the palm, isn't it?
It's a light pistol, so I guess it's kind of the finger on that one.
So you kind of pew 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 as you shoot it, basically.
She gives it the finger guns.
I want to say I can do one of the running gun called shots. This is why I need my PDFs.
Which call shot you doing?
Whatever's gonna wreck a helicopter.
Bullseye, double tap, through and through and through.
Through and through won't do it. Bullseye double tap will.
Yep.
The double tap doesn't work because the gun doesn't have a base AP value because it's just a light pistol.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, believe me, I'm saddened by that.
Well, that's about all you got. So.
All right, so I'll just go with a. Can you vitals a vehicle?
You can actually.
You can, yeah. That's you're trying to cause matrix damage.
No, I'm trying like actual physical damage.
I'll let it fly. Rule of cool.
Excellent. All right, and I will pre-edge this because I only have 2 edge anyway.
All right.
But I'm down to 1. Wow, are you serious?
Dang.
That's bullshit.
All right. Well, the helicopter pod, son of a bitch. And totally Arnold Schwarzenegger in the end of True Lies. Get around it. That's I'm talking about when he gets shot at and you see the old Harrier kind of do its thing. Yeah, it's kind of like that action. Not a bad idea though.
Yeah, it was almost.
Jack, what would you like to do?
I am going to switch weapons to my Colt Inception.
Okay.
And I am going to take aim and do a complex full auto because it's burst fire, so I have to do it twice at the helicopter.
Okay, so you're switching weapons.
Yep.
That's a free to drop one, simple to take up the other.
Yep.
Okay. And you can take a shot or you can start taking aim.
Well, I will start taking aim then.
Okay. Stamp, what would you like to do?
Draw the Remington 950, cold shot, engine block, and I'm going to ruin this guy's day.
All right.
Okay. And I'm going to pre-edge this because I've got edge left.
The orc has more edge. I love it. Okay. Well, his maneuver's at 5. His handling's at 5, so he's still capped. Helicopter! Dude, this guy's like king shit of the helicopters.
Did he get -1 for dodging my shot?
Yes, he did.
Oh.
Yeah, he did. Good thinking though, Rob. That was it would have mattered anyways. He capped out at 5, so helicopter. All right, and then he's gonna try to be a hasty retreat. I'll just make sure he doesn't go through the wrong trees. And he's out. He's back down below the tree line to get the fuck out of Dodge. I don't know if you guys can try to do indirect fire on him, but you kind of can't with your weapons. So, yeah. Unless you're some kind of crazy Canadians, considering they're the ones that figure out indirect fire with artillery. Yeah, that's besides the point. All right, anyway, or with machine guns, they used to do that. All right. And with that being said, we'll leave combat for a moment, but I'm going to come back to Hex, because Hex was trying to do something at the time.
Mhm.
So you're switching on to Astro. You can see there's a spear that was kind of wrapped around the helicopter itself. You can give me a quick sensing check. It's enough that you know it's a spirit. That's what I can really tell you there.
Mm-hmm. But it's going away with the helicopter.
Yeah, it is going away.
That's good, at least. I'll let everyone know that there was a spirit with a helicopter if they hadn't already figured that out.
Okay.
All right. So we'll leave combat for now. That's all that. That's all. That's all that happened there. So, team, at this point, though, Stamp has got a fair amount of stun damage right now.
Yes, he does.
As does Jack. Jack's got a pretty fair amount.
Pretty sure everybody but me.
Probably.
Yeah, everybody except you. His dun got pretty shot up at this point, which is.
Did that bike that I jumped off revert to automatic control, or did it crash?
Oh, dude, it crashed. These things are.
Okay.
These things are like, God, they're like 80 years old.
Oh, I should have kept that then. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I would have offered it up to the gang as tribute.
I don't know. We got to watch you suplex a motorcycle. We did not get to see you suplex a helicopter because Solon is a giant party hoover, but that was still pretty cool.
Suplex. Yeah.
Okay.
So with all that happening right there. All right, so that happened. Anything you guys want to take care of while you're driving right now?
Stamp is probably going to do a stim patch because he doesn't have a med kit, I don't think.
What kind of runner are
Oh no, I do. I have a rating 3 med kit.
you? Okay. Plank,
I have a rating 6 med kit.
did you grab that in the big old duffel bag you brought with you, or no?
Yep, it's in my go bag.
Go ahead. All right, so you guys can start hooking that stuff up. You're gonna take some environmental problems with that, though, considering that one, full body armor does have a negative modifier, as we were all discussing earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
2, you're on a moving vehicle, so that's gonna be conditions modifier. So that's gonna jack it to at least another -2 there as well. And Stamp, you got implants.
Uh-huh.
So that's going to be, there's a negative for that one. Isn't there a negative for essence loss? Or is that just with magic?
I know there is for the heal spell. I don't
think there is. I don't think there's a tech though. Yeah.
If there is for tech, there's absolutely no point in giving me first aid or medicine because.
Yeah, it's why the fuck would you bother?
Yeah,
right.
You just described probably about 10 dice of negatives right now.
I'm at 4 at the moment, so. Let me just double check and see if the essence loss is going to be an issue or not. First aid is over here.
So if anybody can first aid me, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Same here.
Wait, I have
any kind of full body armor. Let's see here. Divide that net effect in half when you're already. It's not a -2 for body armor. It's just you heal less damage out of it. Yep, but essence loss is not an issue. So it's a -2 to the die pool, but the full body armor means that you have to get 2 net hits for every box that's being healed. Does that make sense? So at the first 2, to make the successful check, you need to get basically 4 total hits to do 1 box, 6 total hits to get the second box, etc., etc.
So how many deliveries are left in this truck?
I don't know. Take a quick perception check over here.
Can't tell.
I got 1.
You're not sure at all. Maybe 2, maybe 3. The pinwheels are there though. They are splattered with blood at the moment as they're spinning.
Oops.
So yeah, but you can try to hook them up with the rating 6 med kit. I mean, that's still pretty baller in its own right. Or you can have him peel off his full body armor. That's an option too.
I have rating 6 stim patches if he would rather roll with that.
I've got rating 6 stim patches too. I'm just gonna hold off and wait until combat starts again before I stim up again, because otherwise it's gonna wear off at the worst possible time and I'm gonna crash.
And that would be bad, wouldn't it?
And that would be very bad.
All right. So you guys start pulling up to another stop right now. Okay.
Awesome.
And this stop here, you can see there's a couple people out there. They're waiting to pick their stuff up, and the drone activates up again, rolls through the pig shit, comes off, and it actually starts. It puts down 1 crate, and it turns around and comes back for another crate after that. Like it's pulling multiple things out, and the people are starting to go over to get things. Is anybody doing anything particular with this here?
Jack is going to be rolling his first aid to try and heal his ass.
Knock yourself out.
Okay. 2 successes with a rating 6 med kit. I'm not sure what that does for me, but...
Nothing. You don't make it worse. That's pretty much all that gets you. You need at least 3 hits to do 8 boxes.
Okay, can I edge it?
If you really want to, sure.
No, it's alright. Never mind.
Yeah. So you guys are watching as there's multiple people coming up and doing them, putting in the thing to go and get stuff. One person who's about in the middle of the group, he puts in and it goes a little burp burp kind of sound. The guy kind of rubs the cred stick again, puts it in again, gives another burp burp. The guy gets a little more agitated. He just gives a good smashes into the crate with the heel of his palm. Says, "Damn it, give me my shit!" And keeps trying to put the money in there, and then starts doing the pushing, the shaking of the crate on the drone's still attached to it. He's trying to do the push and shake like people do with vending machines. And the guy, the people behind them is starting to get a little pissed off as this is going on. They're kind of looking over like, "The fuck's going on?" kind of thing. You guys going with anything on this here?
Stamp is gonna slowly get up from where he was sitting, and he's going to calmly walk over in his full body armor with the black helmet and the AS-7 with the explosive ammo, and he'll send a wireless signal to it to rack the slide. As he steps up, he'll say, "There's some kind of problem here."
The guy does not turn away from the machine when you first say that. He says, "It's got my fucking shit in here. It takes my money. It's not giving me what I'm supposed to have." The guy shakes it some more. And another person back says, "Jim, you dumb fuck. You don't have enough money. That's the problem." And the guy, "Shut up!" as he keeps trying to hit it and shaking the machine.
This is going to end badly for Stamp, but he is going to step forward until he is just behind old Jim here and tap him on the shoulder. Says, "Sir, you need to step away now."
Alright. Stamp trying to do this in a polite manner.
Polite for Stamp. I mean, If it was just regular stamp, he would have just taken the guy. He would have grabbed the back of the guy's head and then reached back and then tried and shove him through the crate. And he's not going to do that yet.
Yeah, Stamp is kind of hurting a little bit, isn't he?
He is. He's moving slow.
Right. So the guy kind of turns and says, "What the?" He's like, "What the fuck do you?" He's just kind of jerks out, jerks back a little bit at seeing the guy in full body armor right in front of his face right now.
Mm-hmm. Stamp will look at the readout. How much does it say he needs?
There's no readout on it actually. It's just a blank little cred slot.
And he will pull out the cred stick that the guy's been working in, and he'll wave forward the next person.
And he's like, "That's my fucking shit right there."
Stamp will flick it at him.
Like right in his face?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an intimidation check. And so you're going to default.
Yeah.
Throw on, say...
2 for being an orc. Because racism.
Let's give 6 extra dice for the orkiness, the physically imposing, I'm actually covered in blood from shit I just did. Okay. And what's Hex showing? Dick. And the guy just kind of looks at the stamp a little scared and backs off a bit.
Thank you for your cooperating.
Eat recycled food. It's good for the environment and okay for you.
Yeah. Actually, things very thick almond. Thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah.
Yep.
I am a meat popsicle.
Yep, I am a meat popsicle. Exactly. As the guy, he backs off a bit. Everybody else eventually does their thing. This time around, the drone sits a little bit longer waiting since it's not getting the last delivery paid for.
Mm-hmm.
And then takes the crate back to the truck.
Stamp will follow the drone.
All right. You guys gonna mount up again and get going?
Yep.
Okay. Let me just check one item here on my side. Okay, so...
That means we did something wrong.
Well, we've been doing something wrong all night. We're supposed to be investigating these deliveries, and Sam's like, I don't care. I'm getting paid.
Sam's like, I don't give 2 shits. All
We're
right.
supposed to be doing, wait, what now?
Everybody give me an edge check, please.
I thought we were supposed to be protecting the deliveries.
We are.
So what's this about investigating?
It's the player. The player's like, I feel like I'm missing something, is what he's saying.
Oh, right.
All right, so 6 hits later on that. You guys drive off. You finish one of the delivery, and it brings it back to the distribution center. And waiting there is Big Carl, waiting for you. He comes up and he looks at everybody and says, Jesus, boy, you got some bad shit happen to you.
It's a typical Tuesday in Everett. It's not a big deal.
All right.
Stamp will rub at his chest where he took a burst, and it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Everything get delivered?
No, some guy couldn't pay.
Yeah. Who was it?
Cheap ass Jim.
Ah, fucking dead meat. He knows better than that shit. Well, alright, you boys, you all did some good work. I'll give you all your pay. And he gives each of you a cred stick
Yay, cred sticks.
containing your 14,000 each.
Yay.
And alright, you boys, you guys have a good night. Don't be afraid to talk about my subscription services. There's details on the cred sticks if you want. Otherwise, you enjoy your night.
I guess my question is, Can he get me? Can he get me full body armor? Because that would be awesome.
I do not have that in stock at the moment.
Well, son of a bitch!
Well, apparently you don't need it right now yet. That's why I don't have it.
Plinkle shrug.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna mutter something and say, "Screw this! I'm going to Dino's and getting myself some coffee."
All right. And I will give the whole team a whopping 3 karma. And my
Yay!
bit of apologies that this is merely an hour and 15, or 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Hey,
That's fine. You have
It's cool.
overpriced product to go buy.
Well, I'm actually going to try to win overstuffed Chewbacca for my son. So,
Exactly. Overpriced a product to go buy.
Yeah, I suppose that would be it. So I'm going to go with that.
Don't they have I don't know. Never mind.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream now since we are done.
Well, I will tell you this.
Goodbye, stream.
Well, you got the stream there. I will tell you this, though. Nobody decided to try to use anything from the crates.
Well, no.
I had grab bag goodies that if you want.
We were supposed to deliver them.
And we
I
did.
also found out that you could use cred sticks to start buying chunks of them, like fireworks or slag to throw at people, or
I'm sorry, I have 365 Nuyens, sir.
or you could try to shoot it open and start throwing stuff at people.
So you said 14,000 plus 3 karma.
That's right.
Okay.
Stream
So-
ends now.